All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, incredible, actually, long weekend. So welcome. Peter, my friend, how are you doing today?
A long trading weekend indeed. Yes, I'm doing good this morning. It's, like you said, an interesting morning after, again, this shortened week in the markets. January has had an unprecedented number of market days off. And here we have, I guess, the last of the month, finally, with Martin Luther King Jr. Day happening yesterday.
Yeah.
Happened to coincide with the inauguration of the 47th president of the U.S., which, brought some interesting stuff in of itself. As you would expect, most incoming presidents have a couple of things that they want to do right away. Of course, President Trump was certainly no exception. He was busy with all sorts of executive orders being issued, from pardoning 1,500 people involved in the January 6th, whatever you want to call it, Capitol building activities, to declaring Cuba a terrorist nation, to repealing the birthright citizenship rule that has been in place since 1866 in the U.S. So, which, by the way, apparently can't officially be done. But anyways, it's just fascinating, the things that are happening. All of this leads to us hopefully, I think one thing that everybody agrees on, we are going to see some market volatility over the next little while. I can't tell you which way it's going to go. In fact, we may have stocks going in all sorts of different directions as different things come out of the political world and out of Washington. But I think we should expect volatility, which, as one analyst was saying earlier, it's probably really not a good time for investing in stocks, but a great time for trading stocks. So I think that's good news for us. I love to trade short. I think there's going to be a lot of short plays out there. We're going to see a lot of opportunity. Now, they're probably going to be interspersed with a lot of choppy markets and ups and downs and false breakouts and false breakdowns. And there's going to be all this stuff. But whatever's going to happen, it should give us some trading opportunity, which is exactly what we are here for. So that being said, I did put an eye to the economic calendar today. Surprisingly, there is nothing, literally nothing on the economic calendar. Normally there's at least something happening, but in the U.S., I guess everybody decided, we're not going to risk it. Not the day after the day off and the inauguration. Not going to risk it. Now, that being said, in Canada, we did have CPI data that came out, and interestingly, there was a confirmed contraction in the consumer price index. So Canada was deflationary in the month of December. Anyways, prices went down a net average of 0.4% in Canada, which usually doesn't mean much for the U.S., but that was interesting to see that we had another down month in Canada. So I can't say that I felt like the prices went down, but 0.4%, where are you going to notice that? So, but yeah, U.S. quiet, zero, nothing on the economic calendar. We do have a couple things for earnings, so that means we can turn our eye to the gappers list, see what we've got that's actually gapping. If they're not on there, I can talk to you about a couple of the earnings plays that I was going to be looking at. And Carlos, let's start to see what's moving this morning in the markets.
Yep, absolutely, my friends. Here is what we're showing the gap up and gap down list this morning, brought to you by tradingterminal.com. So again, you can always get this list available to you there. So at the moment, guys, a lot of stuff in the green. Obviously, the market overall feeling really good, unless you're Apple and can't sell phones, but in China. But here you're doing well. You're doing well today. A lot of stuff in the green. Bitcoin with some really interesting activity over the weekend. I think I got to confirm this. I saw a headline. They hit 109 and then shot back down. That is just insane. But a lot of activity. I agree with you, Peter. As an investor, you got to be careful. As a trader, this is what we want. We want this type of volatility. We want this movement up or down. We don't care. We want to take advantage of whatever comes our way that can provide opportunities. Let's start look at this gappers list. We'll start here by looking at the first one on deck this morning. Is going to be INM. So INM this morning, we are, as we can see here in the pre-market, up 36% right now. So big pop up at the moment. 9.5 million shares traded. So we got some pretty good volume on this one today. We have dropped a lot, so we're up 34 now, but we were as high as 917. So coming back down a little bit here from the pre-market highs. Peter, low flow at, what was that, 0.72? 0.72, extremely low flow. What's the latest and greatest on this one?
Yeah, I think that's the total outstanding. I see the shares in the float even lower at only
Oh,
170,000. But, anyways, it doesn't matter. It's a super low float, which means you've got to be extra, extra careful. This is a biotech out of Canada called INMD, and they had positive results on their INM 901 drug, which is focused at helping reduce, anyways, the impact of Alzheimer's. And I got to say, Alzheimer's is one of those diseases that absolutely terrifies me. So I certainly wish them luck and hope this works. What does it mean for the stock? Well, you can see the big move up, like Carlos said, as high as almost as $9 earlier, down at 672. I mean, it's in play. There's no question about that. Just with the 9 million shares volume, not typically the type of stock that Carlos or I like to watch, just because the volatility. Right? You can get great trading on this. You can make money, but you can also lose money really fast. You just have to be careful because the volatility makes it difficult to manage the risk on it, and that's what we're all about, is risk management. So if you like it, by all means, if you've got a strategy to trade it, you may want to keep an eye on it. It looks like it's calmed down at the moment, but that could change any second as this thing takes off or drops.
yeah, absolutely. Sure can. I'm going to leave this one alone again. Not my cup of tea. The next one might not be either. It's another low flow, and that one is sitting at a 5.2 is what I'm showing here on Trading Terminal. VATE. So Innovate Corp. They're up this morning also 36%. So very similar gap up as you can see here. 2 million shares traded. So a little bit of less volume. And pre-market action not as exciting as the one we just saw. But again, lower flow stock, lower price. I am not interested at all in this morning. So I will be skipping this one, Peter, as well. There's going to be so much fun stuff to look at. I don't want to waste my ammo on something like this, right? So, Peter, anything to add to this?
I mean, look, they're moving because they got FDA approval on a MediBeacon MediBeacon G. Oh my God, I can't even say the letters.
You got it.
TGFR. I don't know what that stands for. MediBeacon TGFR. Anyways, it apparently assesses kidney function. I think it's a physical sensor that they've created. Good news for the company, probably not easily tradable. So I agree with you, Carlos. We should probably pass it over.
Yeah. I don't like this one at all. So let me take a look at the next one here. Going down the list is going to be TEM. So TEM up 17% right now in the pre-market, as you're seeing here, and 1.7 million shares traded. Not a lowish flow, 49, right? Much higher than the last two we just saw. 49 million shares flow, and we are up slightly here, 1.7 million shares traded. Hard to borrow. So with Interactive Brokers overall, you have no availability to short this one. Um, yeah, have we seen this before? I don't not can recall,
No,
but
no.
don't like it.
I saw it for the first time this morning in a news article. I don't know if this is why it's moving, because I don't really see any news out of the company. I mean, it is an AI company, and as we know, the AI sector has been hot. I'll say recently, although it was hotter a little while ago, but it's still in play. What's interesting is there were release of a lot of the investments that Pelosi made. People seem to like to follow Pelosi these days to see what Nancy Pelosi has been trading. This is one of the stocks that she'd been trading alongside a bunch of Nvidia and other tech stocks. This was the AI play that she chose to play. I think she played it through options, in fact. However, TEM was, just the unfamiliar name on that list. Maybe because that was released, it got people's attention, and they think she knows something they don't, so they're jumping in. I don't know if that's the case, but other than that news article, I haven't seen anything to really endear TEM to me.
Yeah, I don't like this one. All right, let's get to some fun stuff. Hopefully, here's the next one. BTCT, and we can talk a lot about Bitcoin today, given the weekend stuff that we just saw. So BTCT. Okay, I got that right. We are up 9.2, 3.3 million shares traded. If you guys remember, we saw this active on our last trading day on Friday, right? So you saw a little bit of action here. Great volume. I don't remember really watching this one closely, but man, looking at the chart from Friday, this thing actually took off pretty good. Here's the pre-market activity that we saw that morning. And man, it had an awesome day. So pretty nice there on Friday. So looking to continue today. Again, up slightly this morning. Peter, with this, I mean, we can talk all Bitcoin today. There's a lot happening there, especially given what we saw over the weekend.
Well, yeah, we can talk cryptocurrency in general because, yeah, that whole sector has been interesting. So, the Trump coin, the official and unofficial, there's something like, I don't know, there's something like 6 or 7 different Trump coins out there. So, you got to be careful whether, if you're looking to trade it, whether you're trading the right one or not. In fact, if I look at Trump, there's over 50 different Trump coin offerings, probably 4 or 5, like I said, main ones. There's the official one, there's a MAGA coin, there's a first crypto president coin. There's a bunch of, I don't know. There's a ton of ridiculous ones. Some of them made big moves over the weekend, though, especially yesterday during the inauguration. Some were shooting higher just to drop back down. And then there was a Melania coin. Apparently, there's 3 different offerings of Melania coins that made a big jump. Is that related to her dress, or I don't know? Anyways,
It's the
like
hat.
people love to talk
It's
about
the
all
hat,
the
man.
hat. Was it the
The
hat?
hat. Oh yeah, absolutely.
The,
That hat
the
was.
crazy hat.
Oh yeah.
It was making a statement. I don't know what the statement was, but it was certainly making a statement, even as confusing as it was. Anyway, so yeah, we've got all sorts of weird coins out there, and I just and again, some will disappear. Some people will put money into, and they will never see that money again. some some may actually survive one way or the other. It's an interesting space. I don't know, this whole crypto market. You just have to be so careful if you're deciding to put some money into it, because again, you could make it. You might look and say, "Look at me," right? You'll be at a dinner party and you'll be, "Look at me, man! I'm a millionaire." And then by the time you get home from the dinner party, you'll have lost your initial investment. So you just got to be so careful with these things. Like these things, literally, I think one of the main Trump coins. The net range on it over the weekend was like 26,000%, but that wasn't all up, right? Like it basically moved up and down 26,000%. I mean, heady stuff, but how do you manage that? Like it's just crazy. So, anyways, all power to everybody that wants to play in the space. Good luck to you. I hope you're a trillionaire soon. But me, I'm sticking to the Warren stuff that works, because you know what? It works every day, so I can
Yep.
manage
Yep.
it.
100%. Given that in our gappers list, friends, a lot of the stuff on deck this morning: BTC, Riot, Hood, and there's some other ones on here also you can look at. Again, I'm gonna go with my usual suspects. Usually, I like to take a look at Mara. It's one that I like quite a bit, and Coin. Right, MSTR is a little bit more risky, so if you like that, you can look at that as well. MSTR this morning up 1.1, 1.7 million shares traded. If I look at Coin right now, we are up slightly. Not a whole lot going on there. And if I look at MSTR, again, not a whole lot of movement given what we saw over the weekend. Again, things are pretty much flat on some of these. So I'm gonna go with Mara on the secondary and MSTR for now. We can always kind of check how that looks a little bit later. So MSTR and Coin on the secondary for me this morning. All right, now let's go through this list and see what else is not Bitcoin related here. We have XPEV. Yep, XPEV, let's take a look. XPEV this morning, we are up 6.1, 870,000. Again, so a little bit of action here. Pre-market also looks to be doing some stuff, Peter. And actually, the daily on XPEV has been moving pretty nice the last couple of trading days, getting towards some recent highs around, what's this, 1569. So any news driving them this morning?
Well, XPEV has been making news for a little while now with their partnerships. So they are. partnering with a number of different companies, and that's giving them some presence in the market. The most interesting thing about XPEV is that during the CES in Vegas, remember that we were talking about that because, of course, the CEO of NVIDIA made a big statement about quantum, saying that it's about 15 to 30 years away from being, sort of a valuable or a useful piece of technology. But at that show, interesting, XPEV decided to display their Aero HT, which they called a modular flying car. So, so get this, Carlos. I want to see if you want to pile your kids into the Aero HT. It is an electric minivan with a folding electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle capabilities.
Hell no. No.
No,
Mike,
you're not
no.
packing the kids into your flying minivan.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
All right, well, anyways, they have this, and apparently it's modular, which means you can sort of build to suit on this, and
So you build it yourself.
yeah,
This
pretty much.
cannot go. This cannot go wrong anymore. I mean, it's just wow. No, no.
No, you don't think so? It allows the user to drive the car and initiate a single command to release and unfold the aircraft. Once it finishes flying and landing, the aircraft then reconnects to the carrier, which folds its arms and restores the aircraft to the starting position in the trunk. So basically, you've got an aircraft in your trunk that you can deploy from your minivan to fly around. Again, how this
This will
works.
never. This will never see the data flight. It will never see the daylight. It just won't. I
No,
mean, people don't understand what it costs to actually fly and the maintenance involved. No, this is not going to work. This is not the Jetsons. I love the idea, but no, that's not going to work.
no, you
And I
don't
won't
want
be
like a
trying it.
drone built into the back of your minivan. I don't know, Carlos. I
Not
think.
for people.
Anyways, all right. So yeah, it's a concept vehicle, but I mean, it's. I just thought it was fascinating that was the news I saw on XBEV. And well, you guys who have been watching us for a while, you know how we feel about these flying vehicles. I think they're. It's cool, man. The Jetsons promised me flying cars a long time ago, but Carlos and I, we are not going to be the first ones taking a ride in these things. We'll let someone else do it, and if they survive and then the people after them survive, then maybe we'll
Yeah.
watch from a little closer.
Yeah.
But I'm still.
Watch a little closer. I love it. All right, friends. Let's. All right. So that's what's moving them. Do we put this stuff on our list today? I mean, I don't know. XPEF. I like the gap up. It could be a good one. It's just we've seen a gap up like this before, not trade well. I think maybe it's worth a second there. Hey, they got some news, so we'll give them that. How well this news is going to trade today, as after the market open, we'll have to see. But I still believe there's going to be some other greater stuff for us to look at this morning. So let's see. Let's go down the list here, and we'll come back to that one.
I
INTC
think
on
you're
deck.
missing out, Carlos.
Right? I feel like I don't want to miss out, but you're right. Maybe I'm not missing out on anything when it comes to that. Let's
No,
take a
look
look
at
at
this.
let's see this.
This is
Let's pull this
this
up.
is the
Yep.
Arrow HT from Xpeng. See, it's like this futuristic minivan thing with this whole drone that loads right into the trunk. Looks like pretty much all of the trunk. So literally, you could just you just get in that. When traffic gets too bad, deploy the drone, and then you can get the kids to school. I mean, come on, what could possibly go wrong?
People could barely drive. I mean, come on.
All right.
No,
Well,
no thanks. But it's a great concept, you know. Yeah, I don't know about that. But there it is.
all right. Oh, so you went on mute, Carlos. Where'd you go?
Oh, I did. Oh, sorry, I'm back now. INTC this morning, we are gapping up 3% right now, 4.5 million shares traded. I remember this thing had news last week. I forget what the headlines were, but they're here again, up 3%, almost 4.5 million. Interesting, but again, Intel is one of these stocks that gets the volume and sometimes doesn't trade well. Peter, do we have any news on Intel today that might cause some good action for us?
Sort of. I mean, yes and no. Look, first they got an upgrade, so HSBC Securities upgraded them from you know basically saying you can hold the stock now, but they're still not thinking the price is going to rise significantly. They also did announce a partnership. Intel is partnering with a company called United Microelectronics Corporation. UMC is the trading ticker for that. I don't think this is new. They just announced an expansion of this partnership. I don't I don't really know UMC, so I can't say how significant it is. But um, I, anyways, at least they're trying. They're trying to do something out there in the market. So, but yeah, Intel, not a great trader. Yeah, I'm still going to continue to avoid it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same here. Again, I'm not gonna watch it. There could be something there, but we'll have to see. Hopefully, somebody else does, and if you see something, say something there. All right, let's continue with this gap up list, friends. We got the QBTS on here. I don't see QUBT on here this morning, but QBTS is on here. We'll take a look at that, and then we'll take a look at POTR. Then we'll go over to Peter and see what's happening that might not be on this list. So QBTS on deck this morning, and we are up 2.5 right now. Not really doing a whole lot as far as pre-market activity. A little bit quiet at the moment. We do got some volume, 2.3 million shares traded. But again, since the drop of the comments, right, saying this thing is light years away or something, it really hasn't done much. So and I'm exaggerating, obviously, with the light years away. If you're investing in this, don't feel too bad. But it's decades was the words. Those the terminology used. That for us day traders could be feel like light years, Peter, at some point when you talk about
I guess
decades.
a light year is still a year.
Yeah, I
So
guess. Yeah,
light year
yeah,
away. It's just
yeah.
assuming you're traveling at the speed of light. Anyways,
Yep. Anything good on this? I mean, I don't like it. I see some activity, but don't see much that I like this morning.
yeah, I don't see anything new at all. I mean, again, like you mentioned, right? Those comments about it being a few years away from being production ready. Yeah, it seems like things have quieted down, at least on the news front, although they're still trading. Again, the continued volume on both of these, QUBT and QBTS, I am impressed. The fact that they continue to get the volume, especially QBTS, which tends to get the larger volume. It's just look, they're staying. Whatever's whoever's trading all of this volume, they're keeping it active. Now, if you look at the trading pre-market this morning, it's looking worse than I've ever seen it. It's heading into that barcode mode, which tells me we got a lot of computers trading it against each other. That's a little bit of a warning sign to me that this one could be not as interesting as it used to be. But it's gapping this morning just over the 2% mark. That's why it hits our radar. But Carlos, I'm liking it less and less.
Yeah, yeah, same here. So it won't be on my list today, guys. If something changes here, we can definitely take a look at it. But I am gonna keep it off mine. All right. What else? What else we have here? Let's look at PLTR, and then we'll head to you, Peter, as far as what's gapping up this morning. PLTR, which is usually one of our favorite stocks to look at least in our community. Right now, we're up 2.1, 1.4 million shares traded. I do like the daily here. So if you look at the daily, you can see a nice little breakout we're getting here over the last couple of days. We've been moving higher and higher. We had a couple of really big drops in December into January. But kind of a little bit of a bounce back in the last couple of days. So could be interesting. Always great volume. Today they got 1.4 already this morning. But again, they always seem to get a decent volume in the pre-market. Peter, again, the gap up is not that significant, but is there anything maybe causing it?
I don't see any specific news. I mean, and maybe it could be the absence of activity. So one of the last things that President Biden did before he left office was issue an executive order providing federal support to the AI industry and suggesting that U.S. infrastructure needs to be supportive of AI. And that's one of the ones that incoming President Trump chose not to touch. He went after a whole lot of things, but didn't touch that sector at all. So he did touch the TikTok ban, which we probably all know about. I didn't mention that one off the top. So, there could be a knock-on impact on some of the companies that were expected to benefit of TikTok being banned. So that was deferred. Everybody sort of expected that one, I guess. But I didn't actually hear. Was the TikTok CEO actually up there on the podium? I know he was
I
supposed to be.
He was supposed to
I never
go,
heard
but
if he
I didn't.
was.
I didn't see him. I mean, it felt like every IT
He
tech
was?
company CEO was there. So was he
Yeah.
there? Yeah, I don't know what he looks like. So And I don't think the person that was
Okay.
doing the commentary knew what he looked like, so he didn't call him out.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, a number of our members say that yes, he was up there. So, anyways, one way or the other, yeah, it looks like things are still in flux with TikTok. So we'll see what happens. Like, I don't have it on my phone. I don't want it. I have no interest in it. So I'm just watching from the sidelines on this one. We'll see what happens. So all of you that do have TikTok and are happy to provide your data over to the Chinese government, you can continue to do so for at least a little while further if you're living in the U.S. So.
Yep, yep. I know who's watching is Oracle. Oracle's watching this very, very closely because I did not know they're the ones that actually host TikTok, right? So TikTok is hosted on their servers, so they're watching this like a hawk, man. It's a big, big client for them. So you know they're praying this thing works out. All right. Either way, we'll see how the trading goes and how other tickers are affected. Again, when this happened, I think Meta sold off. Right? Meta didn't like this. Meta doesn't want nothing to do with this. You would think they'll push higher, but they actually sold off on that on Friday, right? So we'll see. All right. All right. That covers our gap up list. Peter, anything you like that's gapping up that maybe is not on this list this morning?
A couple of ones that I want to mention just from an earnings. There's only two that I was tracking from earnings. The first one was Schwab. Last week we had a lot of the banks report. Charles Schwab came out this morning. SCHW is the ticker on that, and they beat their numbers, top and bottom line. So I had a good quarter for all those, as Thor would say, the Schwabies, all the Schwabi people. Anyways, so they don't trade well. This is not a ticker that typically trades well, but I thought I would mention it. The other one that I was watching just to see how they did was 3M Corporation, MMM, an appropriate ticker for them. They also came out with earnings once again. Good quarter for them. Beat on revenue, beat on bottom line earnings. So again, one that doesn't typically trade all that well, but occasionally on earnings day, this can get some decent volume and trade. So far this morning, I'm not seeing a lot of signs that it's heavily in play. The volume is very low at just 280,000. It is up 4%, which is a pretty big move for 3M, and it puts it well above the daily range that I was watching. If you go back to sort of the tail end of the last quarter of last year, so it's good. You know, it looks like it's in a good space for a continuation. That being said, if it doesn't get volume, it doesn't really matter. But those are the two, Carlos, that I was watching for earnings.
Yeah, yeah. People are asking, did it actually get banned when it comes to TikTok over YouTube comments? So it did. If you logged in Saturday night, because my wife logged in, it's like, oh, what happened to TikTok? I'm like, oh, it got blocked. So you were not able to log in, and then I think like by Sunday night they restored it after the extension. So it's back, and it'll be back for like about 75 days or so. And then we'll see where it goes. Doesn't mean it's gonna stay, but for now at least it's working. So you get your TikTok on if you need to. All right. Let's look at this gap down list, my friends. So let's see what's happening here. A couple of tickers on deck. The first one is going to be FTAI. So FTAI, let's take a look here. Ooh, what is this? Well, that's a massive drop, down 20%. This is FTAI Aviation, so an aviation company here. Not sure what they do, but yeah, big drop here, especially in the last couple of minutes. Down 90%, 1 million shares traded. Overall, the daily looks a little bit messy. Look at last week. What's going on with this ticker? Peter, what is happening here?
Well, FTAI, yeah, it looks like sounds like they're trying to get all the buzzwords in there, right? They're doing a little aviation. They got AI in there, but there was a report that came out from Muddy Waters Research, and if you guys know Muddy Waters, right, they're like Hindenburg and all those other ones that like to produce hit reports on companies, and they produced one that said basically that they've been misleading investors by presenting sales. Basically, they've been overrepresenting their sales and suggesting that that means that they've basically been cooking the books. Unsubstantiated, of course, as these things always are, but it looks like it had the desired effect by taking FTAI down. So it feels like this move is just a continuation of that from last week when that report was produced. It's surprising that the company's been so quiet. You expect them usually to come back very quickly and say, they are completely incorrect and it's absurd. But instead, FTAI has been silent on the matter, at least so far. So I don't think. I don't know. I'm being that it's been going on for a few days and we haven't even been tracking it. I don't think this is something I'm going to be watching today, despite the volume and the 20 or 19% downward move that it's made today. But if the volume picks up, maybe. But that seems skeptical to me.
Yeah, yeah. As interesting as this looks here for us to see what happens next, I don't think it's tradable, at least for my strategy. So I'm gonna leave it alone for now. But man, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna put in a secondary just because I want to watch it. You won't see it on my banner here at the bottom. I just want to look at this disastrous ticker and see how's it going to trade at the market open. Again, pure garbage, but again, I just want to have it there to see what takes place. All right, friends, let's take a look at the next one here. It's going to be one that we've seen plenty of times, and I avoid trading. This is EDU. EDU also down 17% this morning, so big drop. And as you can see there, I'm not a big fan of the way the stocks trades. Obviously, Peter, this is some kind of news related situation here. What's happening with our Chinese education company EDU?
It's always hard to figure out what these are doing, just because of the lack of data coming out of China. Sometimes you get reports, sometimes you don't. Looks like they had their quarterly earnings, and I mean, I don't know. It's a mixed report because it looks like they were up on revenue but down on bottom line earnings, as far as I could tell. Certainly not a company whose earnings I follow. So, yeah, I agree with you, Carlos. Not a great opportunity for trading one way or the other. So I think it's something we could just pass over and keep moving on.
All right. Sorry about that, Peter. Okay, I think I got you now.
That's right.
All right. All good. Yeah, I'm passing on this opportunity 100%. I am not a fan. Let's take a look at DJT here. So DJT down. This should be up. This is Trump stuff, man. Why is this down? So I see we're down here 6.5, 3.3 million shares traded. I'm not sure how these guys are making money here, but again, not really a great intraday trading ticker. So I'm going to avoid it, Peter. Any thoughts on it?
Well, Anthony Scaramucci, if you remember that name, there's a name I haven't heard for a while. But anyways, it came out saying that it was talking in Davos at the World Economic Forum, saying if you want to play any of these Trump offerings, they're all gambling, like especially the crypto, they're all gambling tokens. They're meme coins. Don't do it. So, anyways, look, I sort of said that myself, I guess, a few minutes ago. You got to be careful with these things. DJT is just yeah, Carlos. It's hard to know what's going to happen with this thing. I mean, it was moving last week. It had good volume. It was sort of moving into the inauguration. I feel like this is one of the sell the news type situations, right, guys? We get this all the time where it's you buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So up to the inauguration, DJT was getting a little more active. Now that the inauguration's happened, it's sort of like it's after the fact, and people might figure they're going to move on to other activity. DJT is I don't know. I found it a tough trade all the time. Even when it's moving, I find it a tough stock to trade. The spread can go from reasonable to very high. It's just and I don't know. Somehow it just doesn't move smoothly. Probably because there's not a lot of institutional stability. I think this is very meme, right? Which means it's a lot of retail, and the retail provides the instability. You actually need a good combination of institutional volume and retail volume, in my opinion, to create smooth trading stocks. And that's one of the reasons why we like to trade things like the Teslas and Nvidias and Apple, even, right? Because they have that right combination, at least that I like for my trading targets. So DJT, yeah, interesting to watch. It's what I would call a popcorn stock, right? Fun to watch, not so fun to try and play. It is hard to borrow, I noticed this morning, which also means it's not shortable, so you can only trade it long.
Yeah, too many questionable things on this one. I'm with you. Gonna be off my list. Wow. So far I don't have anything that I love this morning that we have looked at. So right now, just coin, MSTR, and XBEF on my secondary. Let's go through this. And the next one is one that I also do not like the way it trades, unless there's some kind of heavy news. Is WBA? This is Walgreen Boots Alliance. Is it Alliance? What's the last? Yeah, Alliance. it's just it trades so bad. But when they have news, they could do okay. Right now they're gapping down a bit here, gapping down 6.2. But this is after having a really nice pop over the last couple of days. So look at the pop here from 10 all the way to 13, and again back down to 11. Lower price stock on top of that. Man, I thought my list was going to look much better this morning, Peter, but it's really not. What do you think about Walgreens?
Yeah, I was surprised to see them on the list this morning, and I was looking for the news earlier as to why they seem to be having a rough morning, because they don't really seem to have any specific news. I'm just seeing if this report is going to help me out here. Um, Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so there is some news on this. This is why Walgreens is down. Apparently, the Department of Justice said that Walgreens has filled millions of prescriptions that were likely to be unlawful. So, apparently, there's a lot of opioid pills in those prescriptions that they apparently are very lax in administering appropriate regulations and preventions of the distribution of opioids. So, I don't know how. I don't know. The Department of Justice hasn't said that they're taking suit with Walgreens, but the fact that they've taken an interest and apparently have done an assessment against all of their prescription filling, as we know, Walgreens, one of the largest pharmacies and companies in the U.S. There's certainly a lot of targets there. So, um, you know what? This would be one that, frankly, could be damaging in the short term for Walgreens, but unlikely to be a long term impact, because they would argue if the script is filled out by a doctor, it's not our job to double check that it's a legitimate doctor, right? Their job is to, they punch it in, they make sure that it's authorized, and then they happily go fill it, right? So it could be interesting if there becomes a fight on this as to how they would tighten that down to make sure that only people with appropriate prescriptions get the drugs that they're supposed to. But anyways, that's the news this morning on Walgreens. This actually, Carlos, could make it an interesting play this morning, because there could be speculation as to what's going to happen. Walgreens being down 6% this morning, that's a relatively big new move for it. It doesn't typically, move that much. Although you can look back and you can see on the earnings, it has gotten some pretty big gaps. So I don't know. I mean, I think this might actually be in play. The volume is relatively low, less than 1 million shares, but compared to some of the others, at least this has got that stable institutional volume I was talking about. So I don't love trading this, but I might keep an eye on it now that I know what the news is.
Yeah, yeah. The news is actually pretty interesting. I will put this on a secondary for now. I'm not a big fan, but that can move this. And this is stock that, although it's lower price, you can take a hefty size on it, because it's not like something that's gonna drop out of the skies, right? You're not gonna go from here to $5, right? Not that easily. So you can, but just not like a low flow would, which this is not. All right, let's see what else, guys. Let's see what else we could pull off this list. Again, if you take a look at our gap down, there's not really a whole lot on here. We got three more left. HAFN. Let's take a look at that one. And this one, no, it's not really nothing going on here. We're down 5.7, 647,000. I don't see anything I like here, Peter. I'm not sure if you have anything to share with it on this one.
I do not know.
Yeah, we'll leave that one alone. Let's take a look at the next one. Is IREN. IREN this morning. We're starting to move here. So a bit of a drop, down 4.3, 1.2 million shares traded. This is the float on this. What is the float on this? 180. So larger float, just lower price. So we're starting to drop here a little bit. I don't like the daily as much. Could be interesting. I never recall looking at the stock or how they trade, so I don't have no history on it. I'm not sure if you do, Peter. It looks a little bit messy on the daily, so might not be something that's gonna fit what I like.
Yeah, we've watched this, or at least it's been on our list a few times. It's one of those confusing companies. It's out of Australia. They're officially considered a capital market company, but they run data centers. They seem to be mining crypto. It feels like they were sort of getting into a bunch of different things, trying to stay on the front end of the meme activity. I've never loved trading it for whatever reason. I just don't like the way it moves, and I don't like the trading volume overall on it. So if it's one that you want to take, by all means. They did provide a business update over the weekend. It was actually a positive update from the company's point of view. Seems like the market's not buying it though. So whatever, they're expanding a couple of data centers, getting up to including their power production. But other than that, yeah, I don't see any tradable news.
Yeah, I'm not liking this one either. All right, last one on the list, Rivian. Hopefully, we can find something good here, guys. Again, this is not a blockbuster list for me. Rivian is on deck this morning. We are down 2.5. You guys remember this thing was active on our last trading day. That would have been Friday, and today kind of coming back down a little bit here. So could be interesting. I might throw this on the secondary. Volume is 1.7. I'm just not convinced this is great. Peter, your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I don't know that it's going to be great trading today. I think this is a reactionary trade. So, like we mentioned, when President Donald Trump came into office yesterday, he did a whole bunch of executive orders. One of them was an announcement that I don't know if this was actually an executive order or just a statement, but anyways, that he's going to withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement. So not a surprise there. That's one he's been critical of. He believes that the U.S. is being overcharged for their active participation in that, and that would have an impact, presumably, on credits that would be issued to electric car manufacturers, right? If they're removing sort of the climate incentive programs. So the I mean, that should affect Tesla, by the way, but Rivian, obviously being a smaller manufacturer with more expensive cars, they would rely on that credit rebate perhaps a little more heavily. So, in any event, that's the only real news I see against Rivian here this morning. Carlos, like you mentioned, this was actually in play last week. We saw a little bit of moves. They had some announcements about some investment, opening a new plant. So, they're still on a growth path, but it could be affected by sort of the political agendas if they sort of go against some of the cost effectiveness of their cars. So, as being, of course, that they also have a very limited market, right? They're much more dependent on the U.S. market than Tesla is overall, right? Tesla having become a global brand, and Rivian, as far as I know, I don't think they have to this point large distribution outside of the U.S.
Yeah, yeah, agree there. So again, just looks okay, not great. I'll keep it off my list this morning. All right, friends, that's what we have. Peter, before we get into what our team might be watching, what do you like this morning?
Well, a couple, just I don't know if I like them, but a couple things I'll mention because I noticed them on the gap down list. We'll start with Fubo. Remember we were talking about them? They had some big mergers that gapped them up significantly. They looked like they were going to do really well. Seems like they're continuing to leak that volume off and that price off. They're back down to under $4 this morning, and the volume is out of it, so it just under 1 million shares traded, but doesn't look like an exciting trade. But I thought it was interesting that it continues to fall here this morning. And Carlos, you mentioned in passing one of the other ones, Apple. Apple continues to get it's more like coverage of the bad news because it's not new bad news, but they definitely have been struggling in the Chinese market as they've lost the number one spot, and their sales continue to slide there. We also know that their latest phone has not sold as well as expected, so they've had to reduce manufacturing and slow down production on that. But other than that, those specific items, which we already know, there's not really any other bad news on Apple. So look, Apple's very resilient. So just be careful if you decide to trade against this. We've seen this stock go up and down and up and down, but if you squint and stare at a long-term chart, it's always going up in aggregate. So I wouldn't count Apple out, but I'm hoping in the interim it gives us some good trading. But I just noticed it's red while most other things are green. The only other thing I noticed on my list that I would mention, because I just keep it on watch here, was I noticed Affirm was also red, AFRM. Not trading with a lot of volume here this morning, but every once in a while this one sort of gives us good trading opportunities. So but yeah, that's what I was looking at, Carlos.
Yep. All right, excellent. Thank you, Peter. All right, friends, let's do this. Since we're running a little bit behind in time, we're gonna go straight to our community events and announcements. I haven't found anything that I love, and we went through a lot of tickers this morning. I'm probably gonna look at Apple, some usual suspects, but let's go straight to our community events and announcements. You can always get this information, guys, over at bearbootraders.com. If you head on there and then you click, let me show you here. Here we go, and you click on the webinar page up here, you can always see what's happening here in our event. So Peter will take you through what's happening this Tuesday evening.
Absolutely. So Tuesdays is when we do strategy and trade book sessions. And well, tonight we're looking forward to having Gary L. So he's one of the members in the room, a very active trader. I've been with us for a while, and he's going to talk about his trading strategies and how you can identify appropriate trades. I like the title here, Making Hay While the Sun Shines. And like I keep joking, for Gary, I think the sun is always shining because he is such an active trader. There's always something out there for him to trade. So should be an interesting webinar there tonight. Hopefully you'll join us if you're an elite member in the webinar room. That's once again 8 p.m. Next week, Phil is going to be taking over, talking about how you can trade winning strategies and how you can grow a small account with it. A lot of people get fascinated with how you take a very small account and grow it larger. Well, he's going to talk about that, although frankly, you know, it should be the same strategy whether you're growing a small account or working on a big account, as long as you're doing appropriate risk management. So that's just my opinion. But Phil's going to talk specifically for those that have an interest on how you can grow a small account. And he's going to look at options, because that is a good way to be very cost and cash effective. So if you want to understand how you can leverage options to grow your account, then you should attend next week on the 28th of January for that session. So tonight, 8 o'clock with Gary. Next week, 8 o'clock with Phil. If you want to get information on the markets anytime, tradingterminal.com is where we go, and we recommend it for you. We use it for our scanners here in the morning and to get the news, the calendar of events, all sorts of activities. So check it out if you haven't been there. It's built by traders for traders, and we're appreciative that they're sponsoring our pre-market show here this morning. So check out Trading Terminal. You can also go to their academy, by the way, get a bunch of courses and information. It's a great source for whatever you want on trading. So check it out. And if you want to join us at Bear Bull Traders, we trade live in the market every hour that the market is open. We love talking with our members. We love running this active chat room. Go to bearbulltraders.com and you can find the information. Scroll down to the bottom of that first page and you can see the different deals that we've got. As you can see, we've got a Martin Luther King Jr. Day deal, 50% off our elite annual and diamond membership. So if you're interested in the annual membership, it's always your best deal, but now with a discounted 50%, you're not going to get much better than that. So check it out. You can see the difference between those two. One comes with a funded account, one doesn't. But either way, you get full access to all of our webinars, the chat room, and all the other great stuff you can get as part of being part of the Bear Bull Traders community. So there you go. Go check it out. Carlos, we need to set some levels. All our moderators, I encourage you to get your lists in so we can see what you're trading, and then we'll get ready for this market open.
Yep, absolutely, friends. Let's take a look here. So as far as levels, again, looking at my list, I added Apple to the main list so far. So that's all I really have on there. And again, just not a whole lot that I like right now. That could change as things move forward and as I see what our other moderators are looking at. But right now, Apple is the only thing on there. Let's do levels for our secondary list. Again, I haven't really fell in love with anything. So Apple this morning, I love this drop that we're getting here. I mean, I think this is definitely going to be in play. And obviously, again, something really not going right with Apple here. Obviously, there's iPhone sales. Look at this beautiful move in November and then all right back down into December and January. Low of the pre-market on Apple is going to be, and we'll look at Tesla too, it's going to be 224.71. So we'll slam a level there. And then towards the top, you do notice here, you do have the highs and lows for the last two trading days. So don't need to add much on there. And then below that, we got some pretty great levels. One of them is going to be at 223.02. We'll slam one there. And then towards the bottom, we do have 221.50. So that's a great level there as well on Apple. So the only one on my main list, I am going to look at Tesla, so I'll add Tesla as well. We'll do levels for these two, and then we'll see what our team is watching as Andrew and Brian get ready to go live with you guys this morning. And then remember, right after, there's a whole bunch of stuff happening today, guys, right? Right after Andrew and Brian going live at the market open, you have Avi and Paris taking you through that 12 o'clock Eastern time session. And then we're back with you again at 3:30 this afternoon for the earnings release of Netflix. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. They release this afternoon after hours. We'll start at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time to kind of get ready, see what to expect, and give you some insights on the possible earnings release that's coming up. So that should be a lot of fun. Join us. It's going to be a bunch of us. Peter, Jared, Brian, and Andrew might also join as well. So definitely check us out. All right. Tesla here, high of the pre-market, 436.68, 431 towards the bottom. Two great levels there, highs and lows. You can see those also flirting here with the daily levels as well. On previous days, our opening and closing. On the daily, I'm going to mark a 446.21. And we're also going to put on here 453.78. So two really great levels there when it comes to Tesla on the daily. And again, pretty quiet right now. We've seen better pre-market activity and we've seen better volume, but it's what we have today. I'm going to put it on the list. I think it'll be a fun one to look at as well. All right, Peter, I just got two. I got a bunch of possibles, just two that I really like. I'm going to stick to these for now, and I'm going to add on as we move forward on the show here. What do you have as far as our members?
All right. Well, our members are watching a variety of different stocks or nothing at all, depending on what strikes their fancy. So Lenny is going to be watching Apple, Tesla, NVIDIA, and WBA, Walgreen Boots. Mike is just going to be keeping it focused on Tesla, Apple, and NVIDIA. Jared watching AMD and MSTR, which is interesting. Avi, as usual, focusing on the Magnificent Seven and AMD. Nathan, we're looking at Amazon and Google. Thor's copying Nathan's list, so there you go. Another one watching the same thing. Megan is keeping it very tight, just watching Tesla this morning. Brian is going to be watching Tesla, AMD, NVIDIA, Apple, and SPX. Andrew, the man, is going to be watching AMD, Rocket Labs, RKLB, Tesla, Apple, and BT CT, one that we talked about earlier. Phil, going to be watching NVIDIA, Tesla, Apple, AMD, Amazon, and MSTR. And I'm watching my usual in AMD, Tesla, and NVIDIA. And I think I'll keep an eye on Apple and WBA, like I mentioned earlier. Eamon has got a potential long in AMD. He'll see if that moves for him. And then Sean is watching SPX, Tesla, and NVIDIA. So you can see a lot of commonality. We're sticking to a lot of the bigger name stocks, if you will, on this Tuesday, waiting to see what happens. Of course, we'll all be keeping one eye on the scanners and on the chat room that allow us to see what else might move and pop up. But we're hoping that it's going to be sort of a calm day, the volatility like we all expect in the market over the next little while. Well, we'll see if it starts right away or if we're going to get a little bit of calm before the storm. So let's find out together. We're going to go live to our live traders. Don't forget, as Carlos mentioned, we trade live here throughout the morning, and then we'll be back as we're talking earnings later this afternoon. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully you'll join us back on YouTube for that. I think, are we getting our live traders queued up there? If not, Brian, Andrew, it's your time to shine. Let's jump on in here. Get yourself ready.
Absolutely. I don't see them on yet, but they'll be logging in shortly. I do see that we got their watch list and everything ready to go. So, yeah, they're not on deck yet, but they will be on in a second. All right, so let me look at your list, Peter. What's your favorite on here today?
NVIDIA has got to be the one that I still think is the best one to trade. So. One thing I didn't mention while we're waiting for them to join, I thought I'd mention. Yeah. I just a shout out to my wife. We listened to this podcast over the weekend, and they were talking about do you rotate stuff in your closet? Like your socks. Do you wear the same like 3 socks all the time, despite having 50 pairs of socks? And she made the comment, anyways, that I never rotate my T-shirts. So I went to the bottom of my T-shirt drawer and I picked this one out. This is the 7th annual Tour de Glebe shirt. I want to say I got this in grade 10. So this shirt is circa 1985. And it's been, I have not worn it in probably 20 years. So I have no idea if they're still doing the Tour de Glebe. But in fact, I don't even know if it made it past like the 9th annual. but this is the one surviving high school T-shirt that I've got. So
I
there
was
you go.
1 years
Yeah.
old, 1985. That is
You were one
wow.
year old. Well,
I
there you
was a
go. I
1 year old man.
participated in the Tour de Glebe in high school, in that. So there you go.
That's awesome.
So
That's awesome. All right, friends. I do see some traders ready to go. I see Andrew. Good morning. I see Brian. Welcome, guys. Let's switch over to you guys here if we can.
Good
But
morning.
good morning. How are you guys doing?
Oh,
Good morning,
pretty good, pretty
everybody.
good.
Happy
Good
long
morning.
weekend. I hope everybody had a good long weekend. There
We did.
is, yeah, I think we did.
yep.
There's a new
Yeah.
sheriff in town. Market is now under President Trump and Republican Congress, so we'll see what happens.
We just
We
got a
was
big
Wild
spike in
West
something.
the weekend.
What happened here? We got a big spike.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so
RKLB Rocket
Apple.
Lab is interesting.
Yeah, I was just going to
Apple's
say
doing
Apple
great.
downgraded by Jefferies, expecting a drop in sales. So that's interesting.
NVIDIA did a
Apple's
big bounce.
looking pretty weak. Yeah, we had some weird, just had some weird spike in the SPY and the Qs there. I don't know what that was all about.
I am actually interested in RKLB, Rocket Lab. I never traded that, but this one is pretty interesting. Volume 2 million shares, float is 342 million shares. Pretty interesting if I can get a pullback on that. Rocket Lab, RKLB. And I love the price action right now as I see. NVIDIA is always
Wow.
interesting. On a daily chart, NVIDIA potential breakout toward 140. For long, Tesla is already up 2%. President Trump supported the Mars mission for Elon Musk, so that is something.
It's interesting. He's talking about rolling back all those incentives for the for EV cars and chargers and all the rest of that. You would have thought that might not have been great for Tesla. I don't know if he signed that into order, the reduction of the or elimination of the what do they call it, the Green Deal.
Paris,
So
I mean,
see
I was reading an
this.
article in Bloomberg today this morning that the presence of the biggest CEOs in the world in the inauguration in the behind like where all the presidents and families see it, it means that this administration would be very stock market friendly. So don't panic. I don't think.
Certainly billionaire friendly anyway.
Uh,
Here we go. Ding, ding,
no, I
ding.
mean, more than personally, I think like Elon Musk and all Sundar Pichai and everybody is just really the Zuckerberg. They're really concerned about their stock market. I think more than their own thing. So let's see. But Apple is interesting. Apple is losing it. Apple might be a buy on the 200 moving average at 218. This one a big drop on Apple. NVIDIA opening range breakup. I'm looking at it. Tesla is dropping. Few minutes to the open.
Tesla dropped. Yeah. It's just
Drop
going to wait for
TNA.
things to settle out here. Apple's
The
not
currency
doing much
market
of
was
anything.
crazy. I don't know if they followed currency market yesterday. It was just crazy. Like these drops
Yeah.
I show you Canadian dollar, like 1% drop and then suddenly rally back again. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I think because of they decided not to throw the tariffs on.
Yeah, and no tariffs for now on Canada. I think it seems that we're off the hook for now.
Temporarily, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right,
We'll
guys,
see.
super exciting situation happening right now. Let's see, guys. 30 seconds to the open. I wait at least 1 minute. I'm really looking to opening range breakup. I was looking at opening range breakup on Tesla and NVIDIA, but depending on what's going to happen in the first few minutes. Rocket Lab RKLB is also interesting. So opening range breakout on that one as well.
Here we go. Ding, ding,
Let's
ding.
see. All right, ding, 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 ding. The party starts. NVIDIA has really good order flow volumes. Take a look at NVIDIA.
Wow. Tesla dropping like a stone here. Ah, geez. Pretty erratic right now. Price action.
NVIDIA looks like
SPY
it's
kind
moving
of
up.
looks.
Tesla's gonna go red. Seems like it.
Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that he wants to go red.
What is the world coming to?
All right, I'm gonna get a short on Tesla 427. Let's see if you can actually go green to red on Tesla.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
dropping,
short Tesla. I'm short Tesla on
covering
that one.
guys,
Yeah,
covering
I'm
Tesla
covering here
guys.
too.
424,
Wow. It's
424.
covering
Let's
some
see.
more. Wow. That was amazing drop right away. Had to
Yeah,
be fast.
1 minute opening range breakdown on it. Let's see if you can actually stop me out at the break even or not. Rocket Lab is going up. Let's see if Tesla can go real
More orders to
424.
the downside here.
Yeah, it's also buying pressure on it. So let's see.
See what it does.
There
Yeah,
you
that was
go.
amazing
420.
drop.
Go, partial guys.
Oh,
423,
here we go. Here
424.
we go. Here we go.
Beautiful.
Selling
Made the
more.
4
I'm just selling more here.
covering more, you mean?
Or covering more, I should say. Yeah, covering more. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Rocket Lab turned out to be super nice. 1 minute in range breakout.
Yeah,
It's
covering
3
more
on
422. Let's see if
421.
we get to Elon's favorite number, 421. Ah, yeah, here we
We're
are.
gonna get there.
421 covered some more.
Rocket Lab super turned out super nice. Then what took RKLB? Rocket Lab, beautiful.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, Apple sold off more. Nvidia's now selling off.
Wow.
SPY.
Anyone in Tesla guys with us? Anyone in Tesla?
See if we can get to 420. There's still a big order here. I'm sharing my, oops, haven't shared it yet. Let me just share my book map screen. Tesla.
Tesla
Price is right. The price is right. Come on down. 420.
420. 20. RKLB was
Is it going to
on
get
my
there?
watch.
Come on, baby. Come on. Wow. What a drop on Tesla. What a 2 minute candle that was. Whew.
Yeah, I know it. Just look at
All right, well, SPY's
RKLB.
breaking
This
out
is
here.
what this thing is exploding. What is this company? What is RKLB doing? Covering more guys. Yes.
Here we are, 419. That's where we're looking. This is yesterday's, or I should say Friday's low right here.
Oh, hello. Well, yes.
Getting
What a
pretty close to
short
an
we
area
took on
where I
that
expect to
Tesla. That
bounce.
is amazing. That amazing, guys. What a day. What a day.
Yeah, no kidding. Amazing.
I still have 2,000 shares left here, guys. Wow. JLB, SPY, what's Apple doing? Apple is also dropping one. It's Highs. Very nice. I don't think I need to make any other trade, honestly, in life. That was a great profit I had. Wow.
Yeah.
RKLB was also on my radar for opening range breakup, 1 minute opening range breakup. It did very nice 1 minute opening range breakup, but it's just I didn't get it, and I don't need to get it because I had a very nice trade on Tesla. QUBT popped up.
Yeah. And I'm out of Tesla. 420 was kind of my target there. Now I'm just playing it for a little bit of a bounce here with some options. I'm trading the 420s.
Oh, oh, everybody's getting out of Apple, huh? Would be nightmare.
Just in
Oh, guys,
I'm selling them here.
Apple is getting destroyed, Brian. NVIDIA looks like NVIDIA popped up.
Yeah.
NVIDIA is going to go to 140.
It's kind of what I
Yeah,
expected with Tesla. I expected it to be gapping down just because of that, just because of the new administration pulling the EV mandate and stuff. Although a lot of Tesla sales are still based in China.
yeah. I'm gonna
Still, I
add
think the U.S. market's still pretty
some
significant.
shorts
Here
on
we
Tesla,
go,
guys.
dropping more.
I added more shorts to Tesla on this pullback. Let's see if we can get some more down on this. Yeah, RGTI is hitting the scanner, guys, as well. I see RGTI is also hitting the scanner. Let's see, the next level on
Yeah.
Tesla is at S4. I want to see if I can get S4. Really is losing it. RGTI. So the best trades I think today was RGTI is great too. Wow, RGTI is amazing. Rocket Lab was really nice. Tesla short was nice. Apple short, if anyone caught it, was very short. This is amazing trading day, guys. This is one of those days that. All right, so this one S4 415.
Wow.
I'm starting part guys at 415.
Should have
Nice.
re-shorted
Let's
after
check
I
out
covered those options.
Yeah, coin is down. Bitcoin is 103. Apple 221 isn't level on Apple. Absolutely crazy. What a day.
Look at this. Wow. Where's Tesla going? My God, the humanity.
The humanity. Tesla
Wow, this
414.
this
Covering
is
some more guys.
wow.
Tesla here 414. Wow.
Look
The humanity.
at the markets drop.
Right, so what else do we have? Let's see what Meta is doing. Meta did an engulfing, still green. RGTI is on fire. Yeah, Tesla.
The
Tesla
the
very
price
nice.
action
We
has been
covered this for
absolutely
Tesla.
crazy this morning.
I mean, Tesla, if you're lucky, we get to 413 is very possible. 410 is would be my final target. That's amazing. I made
There
really
is a
good
big
money on
order
Tesla.
at 410 on Tesla. Wow, AMD. AMD is just throwing massive candles. Same with NVIDIA. NVIDIA came down to PDC and bounced off there. SPY and Qs continue to sell off. Looks like the Qs are going to go red here.
Daniel, welcome to BBT. It has been a wild ride since 2020, honestly.
WBA.
This is something that not new. It has been a very, very wild night, wild ride. So Tesla
Oh,
410,
wow.
definitely.
SPY Qs continue to sell off here.
Pick up, yeah, 410 I covered, guys.
Oh,
This is the official.
here's
This is
AMD.
literally the official
Wow.
website of Department of Government Efficiency. Is that real? Dodge.gov?
I don't think it's official because he's not. He can't.
Isn't it
I
.gov
don't
is
because he's
actually
not an elected official. Wow, look at
isn't it
AMD.
.gov
AMD
domain
just
is actually
tanked.
for US?
Whew. AMD just went red big time. Yeah, there's still a big order at 410 on Tesla.
All right, so I think there was an order to establish as a, yeah, you're right. It's not a real agency. It's more like an advisory body to the government.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's see if Tesla can hit
AMD
410 out.
massive bounce on. Oh, there you go. Qs are red. I'm sure Thor is shorting NQ or ES.
Brian, imagine you would have shorting 435 puts on Tesla.
Yeah.
You would have
Wow.
shorted puts. These are the type of puts that trade that. So you could have short 435 puts at $13. Now they're trading at 27. These are the type of trade that I think Avi probably has done. Um,
I don't know. It's a little early for Avi. Avi usually likes to find something that's trending.
RJI and
Here's a
RKLB is
huge.
also
Oh
still on
my
fire.
God. So AMD is bouncing. Wow. What a bounce.
Apple's still going down. Brian, should we buy the dip on Apple or no? It's dangerous.
I don't know where it's going to bounce. Kind of looking for a bottom on Tesla again. Might have missed it.
Rigetti is on
AMD
fire.
is right. Jeez. Yeah, AMD's right back up to high after going red. This is crazy. This price action is absolutely nuts.
Tesla 410.
Yeah, here we
Tesla
go.
410. All right, here we go. We're gonna go.
A bit of a
4875 is the level actually. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, shit. Covering a little bit more here. Come on, give us 40875.
SPY's bouncing back.
Oh, there you go. Tesla is breaking toward this level. Come on, come on. Still it's getting destroyed, huh? So Apple is officially down from 260 to 221. Down Apple 15% deep into correction territory.
Trying a small long on it, Tesla. Just gonna scalp it out here.
Oh, you covered everything?
I've covered everything. I'm just taking a bit of a bounce trade here.
I still have 780 shares left, Tesla, but I had a very, very good day, like over $50,000 profit here. Um, Tesla, Apple, see what Apple's doing. Yeah, Apple's still going down. Apple is getting through this level of 220, 32. If Tesla actually can hit the level 409. Tonight is guys Netflix earning, I think. So we're gonna actually have a show on Netflix. Is it today? Tonight at the close, yes. So we're gonna
Yes.
have actually for earning of Netflix, we start at 3:30 in market time. So yeah, we're excited to see Netflix what's gonna do because that's a very good consumer spending. My guess is it's gonna be very good because I personally spend so much money on Netflix. And honestly,
I've,
I put my Netflix back on after like 4 or 5 years, and I realized that their contents are actually really, really good now. It's always about me. Yes, exactly.
yeah, it's pretty.
It's
It's
always
good.
about me. Isn't it always? Should be about me. Oh, all right. Let's see if Tesla can actually pop. I have a good feeling that 409, that level, is gonna get hit, but we are kind of getting
Yeah,
into that
nothing.
area that
No position for me right now on Tesla. Let's try to hold this level.
it tries very hard. Spy is coming back above the revap. I think
Yeah,
Spy's
the SPY has come ripping back. AMD is absolutely nuts. Just
one day,
2 minutes
that I did
it
AMD.
popped almost $2. It's crazy.
Why don't you look at Rocket Lab and
Tesla could
Rigetti instead, man?
Tesla
Rigetti is
could go
also
either
great.
way right now. It could go down, it could go up. There's still some big
Moderna,
orders sitting at 410, 408.
Moderna is up 10% too. That is super interesting. Why? Is the new
So
Chinese virus coming?
what's your buddy Rigetti doing? Going up?
Crazy. 12 and 60. I'm looking at it. I just don't have courage to enter now. But at 9:33, hit the scanner. Is going up like a boss. Same
Uh,
as Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab was also very nice. RKLB. Yeah.
did you buy any Melania Trump meme coin on the
No, I
weekend?
didn't. No, I didn't. No, unfortunately, I didn't. Okay, NVIDIA is going to go to 140. NVIDIA is going to go. Potentially getting a long
Yeah,
on NVIDIA for the
Tesla's.
break of 140. I'm long NVIDIA for the break of 140. Let's see if you can actually get this scalp
I'm
to
long.
break of 140.
I'm long Tesla again
Very big size,
on
guys,
this
in
pop
NVIDIA.
here.
Let's see if you can actually get the 140.
Here we go. I'm still trading the 410s, 410 calls. Ooh, okay, here we go.
Yes, a big ask at 140. Let's see if you can catch that.
I'm selling some of these calls.
Spies going up very nicely.
1940. Here we go.
Adding a little more NVDA, I think we're going to get the break of 140. Market is ripping. Come on, come on, come on. Show me that huge
Selling
ask
more,
at 140. There you go. So that's a huge
selling
ask at
more,
140, guys. There you go. Oh,
selling
shit.
more Tesla. 1350.
Beautiful, guys. And partially, guys, on NVIDIA. Besides, I have a lot of size on NVIDIA. My mom would be very unhappy if I
Apple's bouncing back too.
It's unfortunate. I'm getting out of completely, guys, on NVDA. It was a quick scalp I wanted to do just for the break of 140. As you see, there was a huge quantity.
Some orders building at on Tesla at 415. See if we can get through there. Still holding a few call options.
NVDA long, guys. NVDA is
Yeah,
long. Wow, that's amazing. I am all out of NVDA, guys. I'm all out of NVDA. Amazing.
I'm out of
Yeah.
the rest of the Tesla calls. Gonna head back down maybe now, or we're just gonna chop. Wow, Jesus, the market is just squirrely to this morning.
I love it. I had a great day on Tesla. I love
Yeah,
it. I
no,
killed it
I'm
this
not
morning.
complaining. Yeah,
Wow.
this has been a great trading day.
God bless United States of America. I still have, okay, this is my open position, guys. You can actually take a look at my open positions right now in my chart. YouTube people can also see. I had a really great trading day on Tesla. And these are the days that, when you see a trade that is very obvious, you can go very heavy on that. And yeah, it's just, I don't know if I want to trade anything else right now for the rest of my life.
AMD is just so wicky. Wow. And Nvidia's high of day now.
The It's kind of iffy. Apple bounced
We
back,
did
huh?
get to that. Tesla did get to that 415 price, but that's right at the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. And that's exactly where we're rejecting right now. I don't see any trades I want to take at this point.
I'm still short Tesla. I haven't really covered the last part. I want to see what's going to happen here. My average on Tesla short is 424. So I'm not super desperate. As a matter of fact, if anything, I can actually add a little bit to my short here. Bring my average to 419. If it goes down, okay, I'm short. Oh, there you go. That's a drop. Oh, perfect. Everything is
Still
dropping.
looks weak. Still looks weak.
So I added, guys, more than short on Tesla. If it goes really hit the low of the day, then let everybody get a Lambo.
Oh my God.
Humanity.
Look at the drop on the SPY and the Qs. This is crazy.
God bless United States of America and its volatile market. CI is crazy. What is
Nah,
happening with this guy?
I almost went short SPX there too, just before that happened. Damn.
It's going down. Tesla 409 one more time.
That hurts.
Guys, YouTube people, you can actually join the community and you can actually see the real time my entries and exits and positions in the chat room. Also, we have more like a premium chat that you can actually join if you are interested. We are real traders, serious trading. Like we're not like a news agency channel or entertainment. Solid trading. You can see live, in the chat, my entries and exits, our happiness and our frustration. So I hope that you guys join us here. Let's see if Tesla breaks the low
You
of the
can see our
day
happiness
and frustration.
and frustration. Yeah.
If Tesla can actually go for the low of the day. We really don't need much in life. Just one or good two trades and Tesla is good enough. So our best trader at $50,000 funded training account, Anthony, made $20,000. Actually, I'm going to have a conversation with him tomorrow. He's one of the greatest traders I've ever seen in my life. He was amazing on the funded account. Very consistent, every day trying to make $1,000. It was a very, very impressive performance by him. And I'm gonna write a newsletter about his equity curve and how he's actually trading. So it was amazing. So the funded $50,000 funded account is really designed to test yourself. And I think Anton is really ready to have an account and become a trader like me. He wasn't trading the penny stocks. He wasn't, very consistent, very nice equity curve increase. I'm very, very impressed by him. All right, so let's see what Tesla is going to do. Tesla is bouncing back. My average is 419 now, so it's a little bit tricky for the average, but we'll see. So anybody who wants to go live, guys, or you have money, if you want to go with a smaller account like CMEG or offshore brokers, I recommend you to go through our $50,000 funded account and test yourself. It's like $500. You go through that, you test yourself, test your skills, and you realize how unready you are to actually open an account. Right, let's see if Tesla can actually go for the low of the day or not. My average is 419. Very bottomy. Apple, Apple 221. Yeah, I wish Apple, Apple at 200 moving average on a daily chart is at around 215. Apple's definitely near bear market. So Alex is asking a question. Asking a questions.
Mm-hmm.
About how did you know you go short Tesla? So this is a pattern that we call opening range breakdown. So essentially what we're looking at the first minute, and as you see the first minute lost below the VWAP with heavy volume. So we trade the opening range breakdown exactly based on the chart pattern. That's why a lot of people are, asking me before the market open, okay, Andrew, want to go long or short? The answer to that is I don't know. I really don't know. My strategy, don't know. I have to see this opening range breakdown to go short. It could be completely the opposite, opening range breakout. So no ACK. His $12,500 became $33,000. So he added $20,000 profit. So essentially, he tripled money in 3 months.
Yeah, when
So
you're
that's
looking at how to trade the open, I mean, you can't come in with any initial preconceived ideas of where the market's going to go, because you have to wait to see what the price action tells you. And Tesla weakness right from the open, it just started to break down there.
so I'm still looking at another breakdown on Tesla.
Mhm.
So to cover my shorts, I think 409, 4875, which is 2 days ago low, is something.
AMD continues to break down here again.
Guys, Tesla
It's
also
just
looks
this
like it
just
wants
been
to go down.
crazy. Spy's bouncing back. Maybe Qs are bouncing back again. Qs went red for a second time.
Tesla looks like it wants to go for the breakup low of the day, guys. Again, I'm ready to cover my shorts at 408.75. Like, looks like now we're getting there. Obviously, we're having some buying activity down. So, but market doesn't seem that it's super strong. So there's a good chance that we Tesla break the low of the day again. My average is 419, so I have a very good room for holding my position. 3.5, right? Tesla from plus 2% to minus 3.5%. So that's like a 6% drop. A $1 trillion company. Apple is founding a bottom.
Still a big order at 220 on Apple.
Go. Here we go, Tesla. Go, 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 go. Here we go. Going now. One more time. I'm starting partialing some here. I don't have a lot of shares, but I'm starting partialing a little bit here. But we're gonna break out it, break down. Again, entering here is a little bit tricky because the risk to reward is not there. But since my entry was well above 425, so now I have a much better, uh, you know, situation here. So the entry is everything. So there you go. So there you go. Here we're going to 409, partially some here 409. Come on, Tesla break these for air. Perfect. 405. So live, you can see, guys, it's the Tesla is breaking down, and then beautiful. So you can actually cover. So I covered a lot of my position here. It was a very decent, profitable day on Tesla. Thanks, Elon Musk. Perfect. Brian, did you get back into this with me or no?
I did not know. I just I'm watching. Oh, look at the indexes are selling off. Watching Nvidia. Spying Qs are wow. Qs went red again.
No. Beautiful. So Tesla, I'm pretty much out of it. That was a good drop. Trying to find the
Yeah, that was a
swing.
nice final drop there. For Tesla still looking weak.
Find something, Brian.
I'm looking at some. I'm kind of watching Nvidia to see what it's going to do here. It's kind of in no man's land. Well, AMD is back at low day. It's buying Qs, still trying to hold PDC on the Qs. I think the Qs are going to break down. Could be just a long on SQQ. This one might be finding a bit of a bottom here. There is still an order at 405. It's just getting a lot more choppy now after we got that nice clean move on the drop. So it's might be a little bit more challenging to trade now. Had a pretty good day, so I don't want to mess things up. Taking marginal trades. So I'll just keep looking for something to trade here. Wow, AMD is going to go back red again. There it goes. AMD red.
Yeah, let's see what's happening. Apple is also going down.
Yeah, I took a long on SQQ Q. So essentially shorting the Qs. So let's see how that works out. Probably the most not the most capital efficient way to short the Qs, but it's really trying to hold PDC here. But VWAP, it's still under the VWAP, so that's what I'm trading off of here.
So let's see what's happening with Tesla. Tesla's still struggling. I'm covering a little bit more here for 951. The situation is pretty good.
Okay, I might get stopped out of here on the QQQs just because we're starting to trade a little bit above the VWAP here. So yeah, I'm out of it. SPY bounced back again. Looks like Tesla's trying to find a bottom here.
The market is really
Wow. Nvidia is still looking pretty weak here. It's down below yesterday's, the previous day's high.
Tesla still is getting down. So Rocket Lab is
Yeah,
looking good to go up again. SMCI is bouncing back. The market is completely changing the tone right now. MSTR is down 6%. Wow. MSTR also turned out to be super weak.
yeah,
So one thing that guys you could do when you were trading actually short Tesla, what you could do, you could buy. I'm actually bringing it here in my chart. So instead of going short Tesla the way that we did, what you could do was you could actually buy
buy
puts at
puts.
$13.
Yeah,
Yeah, buy puts at
that's what
435
I did.
for 16. Nice, amazing.
Yeah,
You can actually
it's
see
the
my
way I did
chart.
it.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like that's how, for example, Abby and a lot of our options traders are actually. Uh,
Yeah, that's what I
uh,
did. That's why I like to trade. I love to trade Tesla options because the options are really liquid. Um, and Tesla moves nicely with them, and so do the options. So you can really very much more capital efficient way to trade a large high price stock.
yeah, exactly. So that's one way of getting really amazing signal from it. So
And look
let's
at
see
the
what's going to
Qs are
happen.
back at PDC here.
What did you guys traded on selling puts? So selling puts essentially is like selling protection. Like again, you can read Brian's book about trading options. It's a little bit trickier. Well, in this case, for example, Apple, now that selling off is down 15%, you can potentially sell puts of 215 as the protection. Say, okay, worst case scenario, I'm going to buy Apple at 215. So that's what Warren Buffett does. Warren Buffett is one of the biggest put sellers in the world uh, for just S&P 500. He says, okay, I'll buy it. I'll sell the protections like an insurance company. So I'll sell, and then um, I, yeah, just
Wow.
in case if I get hit, I'm gonna buy.
Yeah, you've got to be careful selling puts. It's very you can lose a lot of money unless they're what's referred to as covered. So what I was doing, I got stuck in a bad trade with Toronto Dominion Bank. So so I was down on the trade on the stocks, but I just started selling upside calls just to collect premium each week. And thinking it wasn't going to go back up for a while, but I used it just to keep selling. It's like getting a little dividend every week. But I don't know what happened to TD on Friday, but it just absolutely ripped. And thank God I was not in any more calls because I would have capped my upside. So I basically got out of that trade profitable. I'm just absolutely I'm amazed. I knew Toronto Dominion was going to come back, but I just didn't think it was going to come back like in one day monster move. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it must have gotten an upgrade on Friday, but yeah. Anyway, like I said, I knew it was going to come back. That's why I didn't bail on the trade,
So right now, for
even though
example,
I
if
did
anyone wants
actually
to
break my
buy,
rule.
isn't it?
Yeah, go
If
ahead.
anyone
Sorry.
wants to, for example, buy in this drop, like for example, can I sell the SPY puts of 580 and then um, if it gets hit, I'm just buying it at that price. The problem with selling naked options is that the risk to reward is asymmetrical. So it's like an insurance company. Insurance companies they get you have to pay them a premium, but when you actually get fire or flood or whatever, then their liabilities, significantly. So the risk to reward for them is very asymmetrical. So you got to be really careful to make sure that you're protecting yourself on that front. So selling puts, that's the only
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. And the only other way to protect yourself is if you're going to sell, like, for example, if you're going to sell a call at a certain price, you can go out and buy a call at a higher price or at a higher strike price and pay less. So you take in less premium, but you're also limiting your loss if the price in the stock moves against you.
Yeah, so absolutely. So that's very interesting, right?
Yeah. So it's all, like I said, it's all covered in my options book. Um, just the basics as well as some strategies. So Qs have gone red on the day. That's interesting. The Dow is still up. IWM's up the most. I guess the yields have pulled back a bit now since we didn't get an immediate move on tariffs.
Right, so Tesla is super beaten up. So we're done with the Tesla.
Yeah,
We are waiting to get some other things going on. KLB,
yeah.
Rocket
Tesla
Lab
was
was very nice.
trade. Tesla was the trade of the day.
Apple is really holding this 221 level.
Wow.
Super interesting.
Qs and SPY are now bouncing back. Nvidia's bouncing back after going red. Okay, if you're playing this bounce on Tesla, just be careful because we are at the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart right now. So probably a good place to expect a bit of a rejection. Same with AMD and same with Tesla or Nvidia, I should say.
Yeah, what should we do?
Andrew, why aren't you in Davos? You should be in Davos with all the other billionaires.
I don't know, man. No, if I should be in those.
Is it because you don't have a private jet yet?
Yeah, I don't. I don't want to be in that level of class of group, like private jet and super rich billionaire. Who wants to be? I don't think they have a fun life like that.
Yes.
Watch a movie. There's a new TV series I watched recently. It's called The Day of a Jackal. It's amazing miniseries, like amazing. Just watch that and see how these important people like are afraid of doing anything because it's just yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at those rejections right at the 9 EMA on the 2-minute charts. Nvidia, Tesla pulled back a bit, not much. AMD pulled back a bit. Now it's trying to break through. Nvidia, big rejection at the 9 EMA. It's going red again.
The Day of a Jackal.
Day of the Jackal. That was an old movie.
No, there's a new TV series that they built. I don't know if it's based on the same thing or not, but it's actually very nice. It's the story of a sniper who kills people, like from politicians to billionaires. And then I realized that I don't want to be like that. Like Elon Musk, any moment he can, get
That's
something in
true.
his head. Like that's a scary life. Like I don't know. And it's not only the sniper; it's now all these bio attacks, bio weapons that they could design a virus that only works on your DNA. Well, I know Putin was really afraid during the pandemic because of that. That they can get some of your DNA from somewhere, like in one of these travels, and then design something specifically for you. Well, I don't want to go in that world. So I'm pretty good with climbing mountains and doing nothing.
True. Yeah. Keep a low profile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it was a 19 the original was a 1971 novel, and then there was a film 1973. So probably before you were born.
Yes, exactly. All right, Tesla looks like it's holding a level 409. I honestly have only
Yeah.
200 shares left short Tesla. Rocket Lab is winning. What is
Oh yeah,
Rocket Lab
nice.
doing? Or
Really
what's the
nice.
company doing, Rocket Lab? Rocket Lab is a publicly traded aerospace manufacturer and launch services. Interesting. Launching stuff, huh? Rocket Lab.
Rocket Lab, yeah, the space stocks are hot.
I think I've seen that movie, the day of the old one, the day of the jackal. I think I actually seen that movie,
Yeah.
the old one, when I was a kid.
So the new one's good.
The new one is really good. Like I finished it like in just one sitting.
Well,
Yeah, I've seen the old one when I was a kid. You're right, it's amazing. I know that's one. The agency is also good. Like I don't usually watch TV series because I'm a very snobby with my time. Oh, my time is important. But recently, I've seen a couple of really, really good TV series. Like Day of the Jackals, one of them. Agency was really nice. Perfect Couple in Netflix was really nice. That was really worth every single minute of my time. Um,
hmm, I've just been watching this Japanese one that was in the Academy Awards. I can't remember what the I think it's called Shogun or something.
Shogun.
Yeah.
All right, so enough of talking about these guys.
Movies.
Movies. Let's see if there's any trading opportunities. Guys, I think Tesla is done, so I'm gonna actually cover all of my Tesla here. Done. Last position filled. So I had a pretty solid day. Here, as you can see, my PNL. Tesla, we killed it on Tesla. It was amazing. I took a big size and also a really nice drop. Um, and yeah, so I think that would be something that I'm pretty happy with my day. This morning in the pre-market, I bought some TQQ. I thought that maybe the market gonna rally because of the new executive orders and stuff.
Right.
But as soon as I realized that market doesn't have much momentum, I got out of my TQQ with only $150 profit, which is nothing. But now we're holding on our bond and VO. So
I think, I mean, everybody knew that Trump was going to be the inaugurated, and it was kind of already, it was sort of priced into the market. So I think there was obviously maybe a little bit of relief that he didn't throw tariffs on right away, but he's keeping his options open.
um, yeah, I mean, Canada is off the hook for now. I think it seems like it. But Mexico, I mean, he has also a little bit of a point. Like Mexico also needs to do something for the borders. Uh, So I mean, President Trump is trying to just put every U.S. in the best negotiation possible. Usually in the negotiations, the people start on the extreme and then they see each other in the middle. But yeah, Canadian dollar, and Mexican pesos, they had a really wild ride yesterday and today. It was just
Yeah,
unbelievable. Like when the
Canadian
currency
dollar
drops like
really,
1%.
yeah, it rallied and then dropped again, right?
Yeah, they rallied again. Like it
But,
was like these kind of moves are in the currency market. Currency market is the biggest market in the world. There are trillions of dollars are being traded every day. So when something like that happens, is a really significant drops. Like Tesla 5-6% up and down. It really is not unusual. But the currency market drops are scary.
here's so the US dollar is up. It's almost at 144 Canadian. Look at that. That's what a
Yeah,
great opportunity for people who want to come, interested in coming to our meetup in January. You
in March.
Americans
Yeah,
getting in March. Sorry. Yeah, you're coming to a country. You're getting almost 40%, over 40% premium on your dollar.
plus in Canada, everything is much cheaper. Like US, man, every time that I go to US, it's oh fuck, man, everything is super expensive. Like really, US is very expensive. Canada. All right, so Rocket Lab is gonna go through 30. Yeah, no, in US everything is expensive. Like I have no financial problem, but it's painful for me every time that I go to US. Canada is significantly cheaper. Vancouver is a very cheap city. I know per capita income is low, and real estate is expensive for people. But as a big city, beautiful city, compared to San Francisco, New York, London, Miami, Dubai, Vancouver is very cheap. Um,
Relatively. So yeah, our meetup for people that want to come from from America, you're getting a 44% discount just by having American dollars. And it's going to be a great meetup. We've got TED Talk. We've got lots of great speakers.
so
We're going to party like
yeah,
it's 1999. All your favorite mods will be here. We're getting Jared out of his natural habitat. He'll be coming.
yeah. I mean, super excited to have everybody. Pretty much everybody from the team is coming, including Eamon that is coming from his. So I really, guys, like to invite you to Vancouver. It would be 3 days of really good conference, good presentation, fun, entertainment, and money that we're charging is all goes toward the food. All goes toward your food, coffee, snacks, and everything. We really um, don't make any money out of that. So
Spine Q's
yeah,
coming back up after that sell off. I don't know what that was all about, but Nvidia coming back up. We're right at previous day's high on Nvidia now. Tesla has broken
Tesla. I
through 9 EMA and now through the VWAP as well. So could be coming back up here to 415 on Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla looks like it's bouncing back very nicely. Um, what I see here is Rocket Lab is going to go to 31. Unbelievable. I'm watching this Rocket Lab, and was an amazing trade. I missed it. I had a good day actually. I shouldn't say that. I had a very very good day. There's absolutely no reason for me to not be happy. But there was a
Wow.
great trading update. Opportunity was amazing, guys. Opportunity was amazing. Uh,
Wow. FTAI was a nice rising devil trade.
great, great
Any
day. Again,
number of
guys, remember
opportunities.
getting a time that is a little bit tricky to trade. So be careful reducing share size. Be a little bit mindful of your risk management. Still, there's a lot of opportunities, but you got to be super careful on everything else.
Yeah, Rocket Lab's breaking out on a daily.
Yeah, Rocket Lab is amazing. Like, I don't know if it's the news on it. Is it because President Trump promised space, like, Mars and stuff? Is it because of that? It's
Yeah,
just
I think,
crazy.
yeah, anything to do with space here.
Perfect. Yeah. Nice, Matt. So, see, Matt, trading in a simulator is pretty easy, obviously. Like, if you are a very good trader in simulator, there's no guarantee that you're going to be uh, a good trader in live
Six,
account. But even if you
yeah,
are a bad trader in simulator, there's absolutely guaranteed that you're not going to do any better in the trading
yeah.
in live. Market lap 31. Tesla is coming back very nicely as well. Get a good run on everything. Yeah, look at lap 31. Space is the way to go these days.
Space is the way to go. Go through 31, eh? Wow,
So,
Tesla's going to
Matt,
go to 415 now.
my recommendation is go through the funded account. Go through your $50,000 funded account and challenge yourself with under real condition a little bit. I think the $50,000 funded training account that we have is a gap that traders need between simulator and live account. So you still want to test your skill, test your mostly mentality and psychology without too much consequences. That's my recommendation. Go through one, two, three times and see if you can actually make any profit out of it. A lot of people in our in a funded account make the money that actually they pay. That's not a problem. You pay like $900, half of it is for us. They usually make them, $1,000, but they have difficulty to get into the bigger profit, and that's what I want. So that I want to limit your risk and give you the opportunity to learn. Yes, of course, it is a simulated money, the $50,000, but it is a different simulated account because we give you two accounts, the real simulator and then this funded account. And uh, that $50,000 funded account, I take the risk on that. That if you make money, I'll give you the money. I mean, we already have a trader, Anthony, who made $20,000 on it, and like a boss, like not that go all in a low penny a stock and pops up and stuff. Just very consistent trading going up, and it's the risk on me. Um, but the idea here is to help you uh, test your skills. Exactly, Chris. Simulate account is to design your strategies, funded account to simulate the emotion. Oh, I love the wording. I like that.
Yeah, I'm short Tesla right now. Just after that move up, filled that order. Just going to cover this pullback. This was very close to the 20 EMA, which is another reason I liked it. Sort of a 920 trade. So again, trading it with 415 puts.
Yeah. Avi made a very nice trade on Amazon. Very nice, Avi. Absolutely beautiful. So Avi's going to come in 20 minutes. So he's going to talk about his trades. If you have any question about options day trading, that is a very good time to learn from Avi on options day trading. Yeah, this Rocket Lab, man, this doesn't want to stop. Jesus, biggest regret of my life is not to be in Rocket Lab.
Oh, here we go. Come on down. Yeah, that's it. Nice.
I was the only person who had Rocket Lab in his watch list. Am I the best trader in the world? Nobody had Rocket Lab in
Just
their watch list. Jeez.
selling a little more here. Puts.
I traded Tesla, and Tesla was just, I took a big size in Tesla, and I just didn't. I saw the RKLB going up. I saw Tesla, and said, oh, fine, go there. There's absolutely amazing situation happening here.
Here we go. $12 on these 415 puts.
So I started my trading. Matt is asking, how was my trading? I started my trading with about $30,000, and I lost half of it during the process at the beginning. But the good thing is in Vancouver, in Canada, we don't have the pattern day trader rule, or I think the PDT is about $10,000 Canadian. I'm not sure if they ever had it. I don't remember we had it in that time, but I think now they have like a minimum $10,000. So I lost half of that, and then obviously, and I was young. I was, I think, 31, 32, so no mortgage. I had a very supporting wife back then, and I said, okay, this is not going to work. I'm losing
And
my
you were
money. I
listening
was
to
unemployed
me.
for 5 years. And I was listening to Brian, which is a very, very big risk in trading, listening to Brian Bezim. So I actually started a job. I started a second job. I got a job as a sales, like as a business development person for a not-for-profit. We were selling, the government programs for research and everything to universities, which was a very interesting job. But my salary was $70,000 Canadian, which is like, how much is that? Like 45,000 USD. And I worked for there a while, but the job was kind of easy, like very chill. Like I can show up at 10. I didn't have to be in the office and everything. So it was very nice and helped me really practice and build my trading. I wrote my book in that time. But yeah, my story is similar to pretty much everybody is going. Like I blew up half of it. And when I'm looking at my losses were not from bad trading. My losses usually were from some of those big mistakes that I continuously tell people not to do. Do not average down. Do not, especially go on leverage. Do not go on leverage product, average down, and that kind of thing. Max, yeah, RKLB was in the scanner this morning. So it said
Yeah,
it's
I'm out of the
averaging
rest.
down. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm out of the rest of these puts. I'm not sure if Tesla's going to pull back anymore here.
Apple is going to go back down. So averaging down is like, for example, you want to make a trade, and like, for example, at the open, you think Apple is going to go up. So you buy Apple, see my screen, like I'm drawing on my screen. So you want to buy Apple, you buy at 224 and it drops. Oh, I don't know, it's going to go up. So you buy more at 223, your average becomes in half. and then it drops more, you buy more, your average becomes like here, and then it drops, you keep buying more, and then your average is going to be, and then eventually what happens is that you run out of buying power, and people start buying a small, and eventually you run out of the and especially that if you want to bring your average half, you have to buy the double the size of the position. So if you start with 1,000 share here, then you go into another 1,000, yes, your average comes in the middle, and now you have 2,000 shares. And if you want to bring your average like 50% down, you have to buy another 2,000, not 1,000, the original one. And then people run out of buying power, and then usually these kind of things continue going lower and lower and lower, and then that's where you have to. And again, every move now is going to be so painful for you because you're accumulating a much bigger size on it. Like imagine somebody is probably short Rocket Lab right now. So somebody saw, oh, this is gonna go down, this is garbage, and then pops up short, add, short, add, short, add, and then until he gets either a margin call if it's on leverage, or he eventually have to accept the loss. And usually the time that you accept the loss is bouncing back or the moment. But that's market
Yeah,
tests you to the extreme.
that's it's almost always the case. By the time it gets so painful to you, you end up covering, and that's when it usually bounces.
Yeah, exactly. So these are the things that you have to be super careful. And you no matter how many times we're gonna tell you, no many times how many speakers we bring for you, no many times you do that, you will do it. Like I personally, how many people remember when I did Yelp and another one, Neo? I had a couple of really big averaging down big losses. There was another $200,000 loss I had. What was that? So how many of you in the chat room or in the YouTube do you remember that? Like I did it, like I teach it. TNA was absolutely one of them. So, no matter what you do, you lose control of yourself. So again, Dan Moody, you're here. You remember Car. Thanks, Manfred. Yeah, Car was another one. And I did it in front of everybody. Like everybody was seeing that I'm losing my money and I'm losing my insanity slowly. So again, the people who've been trading with us with me in the last 4 or 5 years, you've seen it, and it's just that's the moment that you lose control, like and this losing control is from a small things all the way to the big things. Like for example, you shouldn't have food at the after 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. or you shouldn't go after that last pizza or shouldn't go for another round of drink, but you do it, and those are to have low consequences. These are have big consequences. That's why trading is so difficult. It's a complex system of determination and decision making and discipline and everything. But the concept is pretty easy. Like when everybody is looking at my chart, it's pretty much a fucking opening range break up and down. It's really easy. Like there's nothing complicated about that. Like this is a pattern. You go long here, you put a stop loss. But what makes it very difficult is controlling yourself, and that comes with a couple of things.
Yeah,
First of all, is experience. You have to go through that pain. Second of all, is by action and determination. Like I love this lifestyle. I want it. I fight for it. There's no way that I want to get back to a 9 to 5. Grind of some people call rat race. I don't want to be disrespectful for people who do 9 to 5, but I want this lifestyle. In 2 weeks, I'm going for another expedition in South America. I want it. So determination helps you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tesla's
So that's why
breaking out
again,
here
guys,
too, and
$50,000
420
funded
email
trading
now.
account. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Sorry, go ahead.
Tesla's breaking out now through the 20. It's going to go back. Probably is going to go back to 420.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna touch it anymore. I think I'm done with my day. IWM turned out to be super nice. Like I was thinking about between TNA and TQQ, buying something. I want TQQ. I don't know why. TNA would have been much better. I could buy, 40 play. Yeah.
And then the
So
IWM is up the
Apple
most.
is, yeah, Apple hit down again. Apple is getting destroyed. Used back to green. Brian, should we buy some Apple leverage? Was it APU? Yeah, what was the APUL? Was it have a leverage of Apple?
AAPL. I think it's AAPL, isn't it?
No, it was another one. Was it? It was four letter. It was average two times the average of Apple. AAPU.
Hmm.
Yes, thank you. Should we buy some, Brian? AAPU $29.
Hmm.
Actually, or do you think Apple still has lower to go?
Um,
Buy 1,000 share on it. What do you think, Brian?
what do I
It's
think?
worst case scenario.
Well, certainly
Definitely.
coming into an area that might be interesting for a bounce
I got
is
1,000. No, actually, I'm gonna get
218, maybe
I got
218
2,000 shares of
is an
AAPU
area.
for, let's see.
When I take swing positions, quite often I like to wait for and see how they finish at the end of the day. Apple just made a new low, which is concerning.
Yeah.
9 EMA is still sloping down. I don't
I
see
got
any.
2,000 shares just for fun. AAPU. Again, I want to show you in real time how averaging down blows up your account. If it goes down more, I add more. That's taking a reversal on Apple. So AAPU is a leverage ETF of two times of Apple. So if Apple goes down 4%, AAPU is down 8% in a day. So we're gonna buy 2,000
if
shares of
I'm,
this and see.
yeah,
Yeah,
if I'm really
go ahead.
convicted to a trade and it's not going my way, like if I buy and the stock drops more, um, I'm I will sometimes, not often, but sometimes I will add to that position, but I will only do one add, and if it breaks below where I've added, then I'm all out. So that's one way. If you want to add to a losing position, that's one way to approach it. But you have to be very disciplined. That if it drops below where you did the second add, you have to stop out. You can't just keep, like you said, adding to a losing position.
Uh, I agree with you. I think I want to
That's
hold this
why. Wow.
AAPU. If it goes down to 200 moving average Apple at 218, then I'm gonna double my position on AAPU. If it bounces now, I'm gonna. I think it has a little bit of room to go down, but before the election, Apple was
What
really
is
trading within the range 214 to 235.
when are they? Let's see when they're reporting again. They are reporting again at the end of the month, January 30th.
Another way of doing it is that we can sell the puts at 210. Like, let's see how much we get for Apple puts 210, Brian,
Well,
or
you'd have
maybe
to get any
210.
kind of premium, you'd have to go out. You'd have to go out past January 30th. Um,
Yeah, okay. For February, 210.
there, yeah, there is some support right at call it 220,
20.
220, 215, somewhere in that range.
What about this one? What about we sell February 7, 215? We collect $3. So that means then if by February 17 it's at 242,
That means you could own Apple at $215 if it's trading below there, unless you get out of
you
the
collected $3. Yeah, and you collected $3. So essentially your average is at 230. It's not bad, is it? What about February 14th for Valentine's Day? There you go.
You'd be better to sell the upside, the 240s. calls based on the fact that
Sure, we
it's
get
dropping.
calls. I don't think we get anything out of 240
What,
calls.
what do you get for
$1.80. $1.80 for
what do you get
February
for
14.
let's see what are the 260s? What do you get for the 260s on February 7th?
Nothing. Nothing. Little. It's not even
Nothing.
worth my
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
No, you gotta sell the puts now because when things are dropping, everybody wants to buy puts. So the premium on the puts are gonna go up because everybody wants insurance. So you gotta sell the puts. Calls has no value. Um, I think it's not a bad idea to sell some puts at 215 for February 7 or February 14 because that means the Apple has to drop another 3-4%, and I don't know. I don't think Apple is going to get destroyed that bad. And worst case scenario, you buy Apple and stay on it. But for now, I got this AAPU, 2,000 shares of AAPU on a smaller account. Let's see where we're going to get it.
The other risk with Apple is if I don't know, I didn't hear any talk about tariffs with China, but Trump throws more tariffs on if he goes after China. This Apple's going to be in the crosshairs.
Yeah, same as Tesla too. That
Yeah,
is,
which makes you think he may not be as aggressive with China. I don't know.
yeah. So we'll see. Let's see what the Apple is doing. For now, Apple is slowly going down. I think if it goes down, it's good for us. I think the 200 moving average on a daily chart is something that we should definitely expect to get. Right now, it's trading at around 217. I wouldn't, if I get to 217, 218, then I'm going to add a little bit more on my leverage position on Apple. So this 2000 is just for fun to get into the game. Uh, I don't recommend for anyone. Again, this is a smaller account that I have, so it's about 576,000 in it there. So I'm gonna see if we can actually do something. So I'd like to do a recap, but I'm trying to see what kind of title I should do.
Hmm. The return of volatility. Rocket Lab blasts off to the moon, baby.
To the moon, huh? Situation is to the moon. Tesla is rejecting the VWAP. Honestly, I don't see Tesla is going to rally over VWAP. So we might actually get into a very choppy environment, and
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
it is. It has become really choppy over the last 20 minutes or so. We just seem to be chopping in a bit of a range, but the chop is pretty severe. It's not just small moves. Just tried to sell off again on the Qs or in the SPY, and we bounced back. It was bouncing back again. Yeah, it's pretty choppy. It's really erratic right now. I'm not seeing anything I really want to trade too badly here. Nvidia looks like it might break higher again here. It's definitely not a trending day anyway. Look at that view. It's beautiful out your apartment window there.
Huh? What did you say, Brian?
I said, look at that view. It's beautiful out the back of your behind you.
I
Out your window.
know. Oh, I love my view. You guys don't see most of my view. Like it's just really amazing. So if you still want to see my house, guys, you can come to Vancouver, guys. So I'll show you with the camera.
Yeah.
My living room. That's my dining area. I have a really nice balcony with fireplace in there. It's a kitchen here. And yeah, it's a very nice view. It's a 360 view. You just can't see it. Those of you who are coming to Vancouver, we're gonna have party here.
Yeah.
Come. We'll
Got a
sign up.
nightclub.
We'll sign up to Vancouver, guys. 3 days conference, so much fun, good food, good entertainment. What else do you want? Everything. Discounted hotel, 5 star, cherry
Yeah.
blossoms, Esky, Avi, Ares. What do you want? Everything. Coming. Get your tickets, guys, please, because it's very important for us to know how many people are showing up so to be organized better. We have right now 100 people, and that would be nice if you can get to 200 people. End of March, 29 to 31st. And I think after that, a bunch of people are going skiing in Whistler. I might join them as well with the Lambo. With the Lambo.
With Lambo.
The Lambo.
We've got our a lot of people that joined us in Colombia are going to be coming and joining us again here in Vancouver. They had such a great time when we were all met in Colombia.
So here's the deal. So on Saturday, we start having our conference, full day of TED Talks and shows, art, entertainments, and everything. And then we do have a drink reception, all drinks included. Drink, get drunk, and then we go to the hotel, back to the hotel. The gala dinner is there. We have actually paid the speakers and flying paid the speakers to talk about, as a headliner, to talk about the mental resilience. And then after the dinner, we have also a little bit of entertainment, and then we finish at around 10. We're talking about Saturday. And then from 10 o'clock in Paradox Hotel, we walk across the hall. We go to the Mansion nightclub, which is the best nightclub in Vancouver. It's an amazing place. That's where I had my party for 7 Summits. And then I have booked the whole nightclub for us, 3 DJs. I bring a DJ from, my headliner is coming from Montreal, and we party until 3 a.m. And then very responsibly, we go to our own hotel room or on room, sleep, and then we wake up next day, 10 o'clock. Nobody goes to anybody's room. Nobody does heat on anybody. Everybody goes and sleep. And then at 10 o'clock Sunday, we start our conference. And then we serve breakfast, there's coffee, hangover pills, everything that you want, all provided, included. And then at 10 on Sunday, 10 o'clock, we go all the way up to, I think, 5. And then we end that. Everybody's free to Sunday, do whatever you want. And then Monday morning, again, at 5:30 a.m., start live trading. And then we go all the way up to 1 p.m. on Monday. Again, full, roster of speakers, and webinars and live trading. So, and we have the frog. Yes, everything is included. Frog included. Speaking of shroom, I gotta go and actually take my clothes. I know a guy who knows a guy. Uh, um,
The frogs, man. It's
everything.
all about the frogs.
Fucking frog. My friend is she just messaged me, hey, I'm back, Andrew. If you want to do frog, let me know. Oh, no. Oh,
I'll get
fucking
back to you
frog.
on that.
Okay, so what time is it? It's 11. Now we have um, two other people that are going to join us, Avi and
Mhm.
Paris. Are they here?
Not yet. They're going to be logging in shortly here.
They don't like to be here. Okay, fair enough. In that case, Brian, do you have anything to say? Your final words?
No, we're just watching the markets now. It's kind of settling into a bit of a choppy situation. So, yeah, looking forward to connecting with everyone in Vancouver in a couple of months.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see you guys, everybody. I am actually also in February. I'm gonna go for a week expedition in northern Chile. I'm gonna climb Ojos del Saldo. It's a big volcano. It's the biggest volcano in the world. I'm gonna go climb that. And because expeditions are, my thing. I gotta go and climb big mountains, and I'll be ready for things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. So
Well,
I'm gonna
guys,
do a recap today. But until these guys come, I'm gonna do the recap. So I'm going to talk about probably the opening range breakout strategy. So Brian, do you want to stay for the recap or you want to go? Welcome to stay or welcome to leave?
I can stay. Yeah, just as just a reminder to everybody, we are going to be coming on around what 3:30. We're talking about the Netflix earnings that's going to be coming out. So that's something to look forward to later in the day. But yeah, go ahead, Andrew.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, it's a very good thing that you mentioned is we want to have um, we want to have very good. I might actually come and trade live on Netflix. I think Netflix is going to give us some volatility. It's one of those really, really good um, stuff.
Yeah,
So sorry, just trying to get my. Yeah, so we're come back live, guys. Nobody leaves, and guys, we're gonna actually tomorrow. We're gonna have. We are going to have um, laptop giveaway, and we actually. So make
mm,
sure to like the video because you have to like the video now, guys. To perfect. So make sure to like the video and come tomorrow for a free laptop, free bootcamp, free membership. I don't think I can actually get my camera going on, so I have to drop off from YouTube. Um, is Avi and Aras are here?
Yep, I'm right
mhm.
here.
Okay,
Perfect.
here they
So
are.
how are you doing? I know you had a really good trade on Amazon for $11,000.
Yep, that was nice. One and done today, so can't complain too much. Yeah.
Avi, I have a question. What do you do with all of this money? You know you can't take it with you the next life. You know that.
Abby, Abby never
I don't
complains.
know. Was thinking of buying a couple of
All right, guys.
Cybertrucks, a few more Harley Davidsons, stuff like that. Did Andrew drop off? I can't hear nothing.
I guess.
You did. Okay. How you doing today, Brian?
I'm
Good.
doing well. We had a good day today. So yeah, nice, good some good trades on on Tesla. Awesome trades on Tesla. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes.
Nice. Yeah, Tesla was a ripper, huh?
Abby,
Going down.
yeah, Abby,
Also,
looking forward to seeing you in Vancouver.
yes, yes. Likewise, looking forward to seeing you and the whole crew as well. This time's
Yeah,
going to be even better because basically
exactly.
everyone's coming, so
Yeah,
always a blast.
should be
And
good.
then some, yeah, and
Yeah,
snowboarding and skiing after as well. So, yeah, what else do you want?
for sure. All right, I'm going
Good
to
stuff.
drop off here. We'll grab some breakfast. I'll catch everyone. As we said, we'll be on later in the day to do the Netflix earnings report. So we'll see everybody then.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian. Talk to you soon. So, how's everyone here on YouTube doing? Had a fun day already? Fun, fun, huh? Tesla was a real ripper. I certainly didn't catch it. I got tied up with other trades, but fun. Here, let me show this to you guys. So, Amazon to me was really a straightforward, basic kind of setup. Not too much trouble with it. The measured move was there. Let's just put it in. I moved it later. But you could see where it is basically that 8 a.m. candle right there. And so the next level up is right about there, 230.34. And what I saw in the pre-market is take a look at this. It got up to this area, 228.79, and kept hitting its head on it. Eventually it broke out. Now this was a good setup for a breakout before the breakout because it just got stuck there, right? Kept hitting its head on it. Eventually it's going to break out. It did that in the pre-market. Then right before the market opened, it retested that area and basically came back down here and it was just bouncing off of where it broke out earlier, turning support into resistance. I figured at the open, that was the plan I had, and I discussed this with my mentee group as well before the open. I told them if it comes down to this level and starts bouncing off it, I'm going to go long in this area. And that's exactly what I did. Got it in here, stop loss just below, and rode it up to the level. And that was that. Just one trade. Nice, clean, neat setup. Measured moves work nicely. The candlestick patterns work nicely, and that's all you need. Very, very, very straightforward. Not much to it. And of course, I did it with options. Here, I'll show you the options chart. There it is. That's it. That's the entry. It's the exit. Try to add more, and then out just about when it didn't want to go anymore. And that's it. Not much to it. And of course, in doing that, did not get involved with Tesla, which was a real big one. Hopefully, a lot of you guys got that. And let's see, what was I looking at? Tesla was good, and Apple as well. Apple as well, right up front, was pretty good. Didn't do a setup I wanted though, but it was good. Cool. What are you guys talking about here? Yes, Richie, measured move. That's all I'm doing now. Keeps it easy, right? Cool. FL, I trade with my mentees. A lot of my mentees are BBT members, and then they want more private mentorship with me. So a lot of them are BBT members. A lot of them become BBT members afterwards. Whatever. Everyone's free to do as they please. But yeah, it is a separate thing. It's private mentorship and BBT. They're two separate things, if that's the question. Yeah, Richie, I went long on that. And that was fun. Good times, right? Can't complain. It's so funny going 3 days off, not looking at the markets, not even thinking about the markets, just totally off. And then, finally coming back to it today and opened up the charts. I was like, well, wait a sec. What is going on? It was just to get the head back in the right place for trading. So it's good. It's good when you get in and then it works. Why not? Amazon, look at that. A bit of a V reversal kind of setup at the moment. But it's been tricky. I mean, after the initial move, Amazon just got wicky. You can see this chart, right? Wicks on both sides. Very difficult. It looks exciting now, right? But very, very, very tricky to trade. Brian, you want to know about mentorship? Hold on, I'll pop a link in here for you so you'll get all the details in one place. Otherwise, I'm going to send you 10 different links and get you chasing me around the internet again, which don't want to do that again. Oops. All right. Here's the link, guys. I just put it here in the YouTube chat. There you go, Brian. And there you'll find my courses, my mentorship program, my social media, and the various channels with which you can get in touch with me, email, and even the free material out there. So it's all in there. Okay, there you go. Warren, trading view versus DOS. Well, DOS is direct access, right? As soon as things happen in the market, it prints here on DOS. I don't know much about TradingView, but it's a free software. What are you gonna get for free? Probably not a whole lot. So if you want to do stuff like this, trade this stuff, I recommend go with what you need. You don't want to put, risk your money on something that gives you half the information you need. That's why I recommend DOS. I mean, I've never used anything else outside of DOS when it comes to day trading. So that's all I'm using. Nice and easy. What do we have? Crypto addicted. What is a measured move? A measured move, you see these lines on my chart right here? What I'm doing is I'm using this 8 a.m. candle, the 5-minute candle. I have the bottom and the top. Measure that distance and then start again from the top and measure the same distance and just put a line right there. That's a measured move. That's it. And I've got measured moves up and down on the charts. That's all a measured move is. It's nothing complicated. It's nothing to do with Fibonacci. Everyone keeps talking about Fibonacci, but I'm not doing that. It's just measured move. Yeah. Trump coin, no. I don't know anything about Trump coin. I don't even know what happened over the weekend. I was just totally chilled out. It was good to have a weekend with no plans and jumping around the city and stuff. It's just no, nice and easy. Needed that. Richie, where did I stop on that Amazon? On Amazon, I got out at my level. You see the level here, the green line. So I got in near the bottom of this candle, got out at this level. And then when it started to show more strength beyond the level, I added some of that position back. And my new stop out was basically if it lost the level, which it sure did. And I was out very quickly and basically locked in all that profit. So that's it. And I'm using these measured moves as places to enter trades and places to exit trades. That's it. Roy, you got Microsoft? Nice. You like the model of the reaction from previous day levels? Yeah, that worked. They work just fine. I have no problem with them at all. I just do this now because it's easier. But that's it. Yeah, what do you get? Breakdown of yesterday's close or low, and then it goes down. Yeah, off you go. There are no wrong ways to trade. There are a million different ways, and you can find different ways, but you got to work with what you believe in, what makes sense to you, because you're going to put your money at risk, right? Well, you better be putting it on something you believe in. Otherwise, if you're using an indicator that you don't truly understand or you don't believe in or you don't understand why it exists, how are you going to put money at risk on that? The moment you do that, you're going to screw up the trade. You're going to mess up your trade management. So work with stuff that makes sense to you, right? There you go. You guys want the lines again? Oh man. Okay, Evangelos. The lines. Let me get a simple one for you. I'll do it on Google, okay? This one you haven't seen yet. Google, very simple. You see the top and bottom of this big 8 a.m. candle? There's the bottom, there's the top. You measure that distance and start again over there at the top and measure the distance, put the line there again. Measure the distance, put the line there. You can go up and down on the chart as far as you want. That's it. Okay. I've never seen anything simpler in the trading world. There's a lot of complex indicators out there, but this is just measure it and go. It doesn't get more simpler than that. Richie, what did you get? Measured move on XOM. Nice. Oh, good work. Lauren, you're on AMD. What's going on with AMD? Let's have a look. So AMD kind of back to where it struggled at the open up in this area, these wicks. That's interesting. Could be setting up for a breakout of this area. And it's at this level where I would typically look at it, right? That's the top of the 8 a.m. candle right there. That's a level. But yeah, if you trade breakouts, you might consider this. I'm not looking at it. That looks a bit scary, to be honest. You want a good consolidation before breakout. This is just going one way. Let it pull back, let it bounce off the level, give you a good retest, and you have more confirmation of this thing. But yeah, it could work. It could be good. Yeah, I'll show you something else, guys. I took one trade today and I was done. Didn't trade anymore after that. And I'm not going to. But this is a decent setup. See Apple breakdown all the way. Come back and retest the breakout level. The breakout of this level, right? what is it, 222.30 or so. Retest and giving you good opportunities to enter right in this area and going down to the next level. And that's it. That's a very simple pattern. Breakout, retest the breakout, and go. It doesn't get easier than that. And really, when you're starting out trading, you want simple stuff. This is about as simple as it gets. If I was trading like this when I first started out, I would have been further along by now. But I was trying to be too fancy about it. Too many indicators and complex strategies and stuff. But it doesn't have to be complex. That's the key. JJMA, what do you got here? Change up and adopt your approach often from 30-minute support to daily pre-market downwards. Adapting. Yeah, JJMA, but let's not make a mistake on that. I'm not adapting to changing market conditions. That's not my priority here. I am just tweaking my style just a little bit in order to achieve my goals as minimizing losses and trying to expand the P&L, make the winners bigger, all those sorts of things. So every time I, do something, I let it run for maybe a couple of months, 100 trades or so, and I get a good data set on it, and I can tell if that tweak is working or if I can tweak something else to help it work better or whatever I need to do. And just in doing that, at least in the last 2 years, I think pretty much every 6 months I've had a new trading style. It looks like a new trading style, but it's not new. It's just an evolution of what I'm doing, making one tweak at a time. Just a moment, guys. I'm gonna take this phone call. Be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I got the Harley Davidson service people in the garage right now, and they want to change the battery on my bike and asking me for permission and stuff. So, all right, just change it. Let's make it work. So, struggling with the battery, was just not holding any charge for the last month or so. So, anyways, silly things. I don't want to deal with it. What are we looking at here? Taylor, you want Tesla? See, Tesla. See these measured moves, right? Interacting with the levels. I don't know what it wants. I have no idea. It looks like it's a mess. I can't tell you anything. Maybe I would have considered it a long 20 minutes ago, but no, this is not. I can't tell you anything about it. I have no opinion except that it's stuck where it is and unpredictable for now. Let it set up a good pattern. Then it'll be all right. Karthik, yep, always a 5-minute chart, even on the 8 a.m. candle. Yep. I don't even use 2 time frames now. I've even narrowed it down to 1, which is 5-minute chart. You want to know about Azak Awir? You want to know about automatically on the chart? Well, just draw horizontal lines, man. That's easy as you like. What I do, again, I showed this on YouTube last week, is I use the Fibonacci tool, Fibonacci line tool, and what I'm doing is I'm just reconfiguring the tool so it gives me lines at equal distances, and that's it. So I'm not using it as a Fibonacci tool at all. Once you reconfigure it, it's no longer Fibonacci. It's whatever you made it to be, and I just made it equidistant lines. That's it. That's just a little hack that I put in there. But you don't have to do that. Just if you want to do this, just draw lines on your chart one by one. Just calculate the move, go the next distance, the next distance. It's not too difficult, right? Come on, if you can't figure this out, how are you going to figure out day trading? Seriously, measured moves. Oh man, you guys. What am I looking at here? Just type so fast. Measured move, another long opportunity, similar risk earlier position. What are you talking about, DJ points? Which ticker are you talking about? Let me know. Yeah. What else are we looking at? Harsha, yes, that's right. That was the P&L today. What was the risk? I made about 3R, I think, on that. I made about 3 times the amount I risked, approximately. With options, it gets tricky to really nail down those numbers, but about there. Mohammed Hussein, I'm not using Fibonacci levels. I'm not at all. All right, what else is good? Alex, no, I'm not using daily levels at all. Just the 8 a.m. candles. Here, let me find you another example. Um, what have we not looked at yet? Okay, let's look at NVIDIA. Again, all I'm doing here is very simple. You see that big candle at 8 a.m.? Top and bottom. That's it. Measure that distance, draw another line further up, draw another line further down. That's just the distance. I'm not looking at anything else. There's nothing on this chart. Very, very, very simple. Okay. All over you want PLTR. Why would you look at this? Well, look at that. Went down, went up. What do you want to know? I don't trade this stuff, so I can't tell you. I have no insight on this. It's just wiki now. It might be breaking high of day and then might get explosive going up. Maybe. Then you have this top over here, 73.87, I'd say. Maybe you got stuff to work with. Alex, what are you asking about? How do you find the levels? Yeah, that's how you find the levels. Andre, where can you find the video of explaining? The video is this video right now on YouTube. You're here. And look at the last couple of YouTube videos from last week. I was talking about the same thing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day. Check out our YouTube channel right here. Seems like everyone's asking about it. And of course, in the BBT room, whenever I'm on there, a lot of people talk about it. So I sit there and explain it. All that's going on. Yeah. Dalton, you want the course? Here, okay, I'll put the link in here again for you. Here's the link, guys. I just popped it into the chat. Everything's in there. All the courses, mentorship, social media, email, whatever. Everything's in there. Amazon. You want Amazon? What are we gonna do with Amazon? Hey, Amazon popped out. And now what? Going for the next level. 230, you expect some trouble. You can expect liquidity there. If you guys are looking at the order book, you'll probably see orders sitting there. I mean, could you pick this V reversal, this bottom? I didn't. It's not a trade book I use. I find that really, really risky. V reversals are rare. This one happened to be it, but look how difficult it got if you're managing this trade. Not a setup I have. So there you go. Robert, no, I don't trade different sizes based on the time of the week or the day of the week. Even though, yeah, they move differently, you get closer to expiry. I get that, but I don't change the size on. I do adjust my size based on if I'm trading early, like today, volatility at the open, I tend to go a little smaller. Later in the day, things settle down. Smaller candles, you can put tighter stops in. It's a little more predictable. I put on bigger size then. Today though, I'm done. I just took one trade at the open and that's it. Then I'm gonna go check on the motorcycle and make sure they're not messing with it. It's actually a real nuisance, you know, when the battery dies and it just can't start it. I wanted to go ride today and it just wouldn't start again. I was like, oh man. So, frustration. Richie, I just trade the Mag 7 and AMD. I don't look at anything else. And the reason for that is because well, it started out because I wanted to trade options, and these are the only ones that have active options. And now, even if I was not trading options, I would still just stick to these because on these I get tremendous opportunities every day. I don't need to go hunting for other stuff. It's just the same watch list every day. And realistically, if you just kept the same watch list for the last 5 or 6 years that I've been trading, at least, you wouldn't need to look for much else. It's every day there's something. There's always something. It's kind of fun like that. There you go. Dalton, you don't see the link again? Again. Here's the link. Here, the Bearable Traders team put the link in here. You see it now? Oh man. We just spam the place with links and Jasmine, why the 8 a.m. 5-minute candle significant versus a 35-minute established measure move? Because, again, I don't know really why. Truth is, I don't know. But as far as I understand it, that's when the market makers wake up and are open for business, and all the settlements, all the orders overnight, they get settled at 8 a.m. And all the settlements, um, whenever they get you'll notice this candle when it's forming, it's really jumpy and wicky and all that. And when the settlements all happen, you can see the top and the bottom. That's decently reliable. Those levels actually become respected during the trading day. If you look at the bottom here on Amazon, look at that. Look at the top here, breakout retest, and I took that retest, right? Um, so just makes sense. So I've been experimenting with that, and finally I put it on, and from I think it was last week I started trading this. It was only last week. Well, trading off of the 8 a.m. candle. I've used measured moves before on other things, but just using the simple 8 a.m. candle. It's actually quite reliable. Sorry, guys, just a moment. I'm gonna talk to these guys again. Sorry about that, guys. Now they're saying they can't change the battery. They don't have the right battery. I have a Harley Softail, and they got the batteries for the other ones, the irons and all that. So, all right, come back tomorrow. Bring the real battery, the right battery. Oh man, whatever. It is the nice season's great here. The weather's great. Great time for riding. I really want the bike to work. Bit of a maintenance problem. Oh, here, you guys want to see something? Look at this. Apple, right? Like I was telling you earlier, break out of this level, retest. If you're getting in that short on the retest, decent, good pattern, what's your target? Yeah, there it is. And what's happening there? Well, you're expecting buyers, and there they are. So, I mean, how much easier do you want it to be? As in, keep it simple. Keep it very, very simple. And then, you save the majority of your mental capital to manage your emotions while you're trading, because that's the bigger part of this game. That is tremendously more important than complex strategies. Strategies are everywhere, but really you got to be able to manage yourself. That's very important. What else am I seeing here? I was curious about Meta earlier, but nothing happened there. All right, what do we have? RDDT, Taylor. You want to know about the 1 hour chart? You want to go short? I don't know why you look at this stuff, man. What is it? RDDT. What is that? Is that Reddit? 1 hour chart. Let's have a look. Well, I don't see anything. It's hit a resistance area. If you're looking at a 60-minute chart, you can see where the resistance was earlier. So yeah, that's where we expect it to resist, and now it is going down. That's all there is if you're looking at a 60-minute. 5-minute, I don't know. I don't see any patterns. Anyways, I only look for patterns at level. So if I had a level down here, perhaps 176 or somewhere, you can see the double bottom setup, right? You have a bottom here. The second one's higher. Prints a bullish candle, then the new high, which would have been about there. That would have been my entry for the long, and then going up to the next level. That's a decent bit of price action. But again, I don't trade this stuff. Why'd you guys trade this stuff, man? You trying to learn how to trade, or you just trying to throw your money away? What are you doing? Oh man. DJ points, yeah, V reversals are rare. That's why I don't trade them. They happen, but a lot of times they fail. And so I don't and I expect them to happen at levels. Reversals happen at levels. So you could say that's not a real coincidence. It just happened at the level, which is what you expect, right? Levels. There we go. What if we got? I'm missing all these questions here. Melanie, 24-hour markets? I have no idea. You know what? I would say look at markets that are already 24 hours. So you have futures, you have crypto, you have Forex. How do they behave? You might learn something. I haven't looked at it. I have no idea. I don't know what's gonna happen. I could sit here and come up with guessing games, but whatever. Dalton, which sites can't be reached? The link don't work? Let me have a look. Um, what do I have to reconfigure? Let me see. It works for me. What are you clicking on? What are you clicking on, Dalton? You have a VPN on? Are you in the wrong place? Try it again. Here, I've put the link here again here in the chat. I look like one of the guys just in the chat, not one of the moderators or anything here, but it's right here in this YouTube chat. Copy paste. Off you go. What else do we need? T-Man 101. I need a Honda. Maybe. If this bike keeps giving me trouble, I'll change it. Yeah. But it's a nice bike. It's a nice bike. I don't want to change it. I like it. Honestly, it's not been much trouble at all over the years. It's fantastic. This is just yeah, normal stuff. So, oh, it's great. Actually, I would like to get a chopper. If I can get another one of those hardtail Harleys and turn it into a chopper, I can go to the chop shop and get that done. That'd be great with all the skulls and stuff, you know. Hard to ride, kind of tricky, but they're fun. They're a lot of fun. Taylor, yep, I'm in Dubai. Ash, how do you set stops if the lines don't work out? What do you mean the lines don't work out? Here's the way I do it. I'll try and explain it to you. Let me find you again an example here. This one didn't work. It's not a trade I took, but look, let's say you took this, right? For example, you have meta, you have your lines here, okay? And what should we look at? Let's look at, all right, look at, you saw it went strong, it came and it started bouncing off the level, right? In this area. So you take a long somewhere in here, let's say, in the first 10 minutes or so. You put your stop right below the price action, okay? You're only interested in taking trades at levels if the price sets up. This is a terrible bit of price action, but let's say it's set up for what you like. You take your position, you enter somewhere around here around 617, your stop loss is down here. The next candle went down, it would have hit your stop, and that's it, you're out. You don't hold it past your stop. You just exit, you take your loss, and then you wait for the next opportunity. That's it. That's all there is, man. Seriously, don't mess around with your stop. Keep it there, let it get hit. And if it doesn't get hit, okay, you'll probably get a good trade out of it. Yeah, not every platform has this 8 a.m. candlestick. That's what a lot of people tell me. So, I mean, listen, you're going to use some sort of free software out there. That's what you're going to get. You're not going to get real time, full time price action, all that stuff. That's why I use DAS. You want to be day trading? You want to do it seriously? Do it seriously. Yeah, free stuff's only going to get you so far. Tesla is interesting again. Wants to go. Again, seriously, right now I don't see much in the market. I see it's all kind of lame, boring, and yeah, choppy. There's nothing I can actually show you as a good example of what price action looks like right now because it's all a mess. What else we got? And T-Man, oh, you got the Trans Out bike. Is that the BMW bike? I don't know. I think that's what it is. Harley has a Trans Am bike too. What is it? Trans America, whatever they call it. Yeah. Pretty cool. Big, very big and heavy. Well, not heavy, but big, bulky. What else we got? What am I missing here? Jonathan, yeah, well, those Heineken candles, whatever they are, they're something else. I don't know how to read them. I've never really looked at them. So, yeah, don't know if this would work over there. They're inverted, right, or something? Like, somebody told me about it once. Like, they're inverted candles, or the wicks are there's wicks on every candle for a reason. I don't know, something. All right, you guys want to look at the SPY, huh? Okay, let's see. What do we have? A whole lot of messy stuff. Possibly breakout, but I mean, it's really messy. You can see what happened. It opened up, found resistance, pushed all the way down, found new buyers, and the buyers are pushing it up, lower highs. Now it's setting up right about where it found resistance earlier. If it truly creates a wedge pattern, you can get a good breakout setup. And even if it does break out, I don't trade breakouts. I would wait for it to go, come back, retest the area, wherever it breaks out from, wherever your level happens to be. And then there's a possibility. Otherwise, it's just, man, it's such a disaster. This morning at the open, I saw that there was a lot of action, a lot of momentum, especially Tesla. Stuff was moving. But since then, it's just been messy. It's just hard to trade. If you're not in a trade now, I'd say you don't have to look for one. This is not a great time to look for one. I mean, things could clean up later, but I don't know. I don't know. Idris, you're saying RGTI is clean? Let's see. Yeah, that's cleaner than most things today, huh? Look at that. At least you can see the bulls in charge. You can see them constantly pushing up. Right now, pushing high of day. Yeah? A little cleaner than most things. What is this thing? It just gapped up. Yeah, very strong. Strong day. Tammy, oh, I have a webinar on Thursday. Thanks for the reminder. Well, what do you want? You want the webinar or you want me here on YouTube? What do you want to do? I think I've got both and there's a conflict. So I'll have to figure that out. Let's see. If Paras actually shows up, then I don't know where he is. He's lost. I don't know what happened to him. Can anyone find Paras? Uh, what about Aravindan? You use DOS, but you don't see the 8 a.m. candle. You don't see the 8 a.m. candle in your chart in a 5 minute? Does it require specific? No, it shouldn't be anything specific. Maybe you have your chart set up in a way that you don't have pre-market action in there. You can set it up that way. I think you can. But yeah, as long as you have DOS and you have any one of those subscriptions, it'll be there. Just check your settings. And you know what I always do with DOS whenever I get messed up or confused? One thing is you can call DOS support or they have a chat on their website. They're very good, they're very responsive. But really, we have also in BBT, we have Brendan doing this DOS sessions every week. And he's incredibly knowledgeable. He's got all the details. He can tell you the answer to that in a minute, where I can tell you, I don't really know. So again, that's the value of the community and what we've got going on here at BBT. Is like so much expertise at so many different levels. You know, that's great. It's great, man. I'm always in there, always picking up something or the other just by hanging out, just by coming in and saying hi to everybody. It's great. So much fun. Crypto addicted? No, no daily levels for me anymore. And it makes no difference. To me, it doesn't make a difference. I trust these levels, either daily or do these measured moves. For me, it doesn't matter. I trust the levels. I know what they are. What's easier on this is I don't have to switch between time frames and go hunting out levels. I just on a 5 minute chart, I know exactly what I'm going to put on the chart, the 5 minute candle, and then measured move. That's it. Really, that's it. It's just how easy is the workflow, you know? There's nothing to it. So very simple. Okay, there we go. Meta now. Look at this. Maybe we're getting some action here. So Meta did the breakdown earlier, came right back up right at the low of that 8 a.m. candle, right? False breakout, basically. Now it's back there again. What is it doing? So far, looks like it wants to go. But let's see. And if you're managing to get the short, if you're in the short, how far down do you go? Well, where's the level? You see these lines just measuring the move. I've just set up this tool. I've configured this tool where I can just move it. So it's easy enough. There it is. High and low. And where's the next one down? High. There is 606.96, basically 607. So that would be the target if you're getting involved in this. Want to look at something else? Look at that. Google. See that? Measured move. Same distance. And look where it came back. Right back to the top of that 8 a.m. candle. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Now it's back there again. This was interesting. Very difficult to read, but yeah, difficult to trade. You see the price action's messy. So Willie, options trades, what I like to do is I like to go out of the money when I'm trading the open, when there's momentum and volatility, when I expect the move to happen fast. But if I'm trading like at this time of the day and it's slow, then I prefer to go in the money. And it's only just slightly in the money and out the money. So just slightly. It does make a difference once things start moving or stagnating. It makes a difference. You can survive trades or, you don't survive if you pick the wrong one. So a few different things. Yeah, Martin, you're seeing TradingView as a free software. What do you think you're gonna get for free, huh? Everything, all the features? Probably not. Use DOS. Seriously, you want to do this properly? Use the proper software. You don't want that to hold you back, right? So, what else? What else do we have here? I feel like I'm just goofing off, not doing anything. Here, take a look at this. How powerful is this stuff? Again, Apple, right? That would have been the target. That would have been the trade. That was the move. I mean, just straight up. And it's the same distance as the 8 a.m. candle. I mean, look at that. It's just that. It's just that. Even when it broke that 8 a.m. candle, went down, where did it struggle? Right there, the same distance. That's the power of the measured move. Today, Apple is just a perfect example of how measured moves work. It doesn't get simpler than that, right? And yeah, this whole measured move thing is part of the course. The link is here in the chat, in this YouTube chat. The course I put on Trading Terminal, this is one of the things I put in there. Like, there are so many indicators out there, so many ways to do things, and I'm just trying to give you the simplest thing to use. And so I go into this in detail in the course and how you can really predict where it's likely to go using measured moves without going hunting down other stuff and getting confused. So take a look at that if you like. Yeah. Thursday. Yeah, we'll definitely get into this stuff on the webinar. Looks like you guys like it. Don't worry, I got a lot of fun stuff coming up on the webinar on Thursday. There's a lot to share. 1 hour is not going to be enough. I'm going to have to tighten it up a little because there's a lot to share. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything right now. Again, things are. Well, let's see. Meta did the breakout of the level. If it gets to low of day, that's where you can expect it to find some trouble. But realistically, if you're in this short, that's the target, 607. Why? Because that's the distance it moved here. And look at when it moved out to the top and moved that distance. Then when it came back into this distance right here, the 8 a.m. candle is just sitting there. Once it goes out, where do you think it's gonna go? What do you think it's been telling you all day today? 607. It's I mean, oh man. And kindergarten kids could get this stuff. My kids do drawings and stuff like this all day. I like how simple it is. I just do. You can find other ways to do it, but again, what's important is mental capital. And make your strategy and your setup and your trading style efficient and simple to you. And then you preserve the majority of your mental capital to manage yourself when you've put your money at risk. That's Now that's real trading. And that's where you need the community and the support and the mentors and the moderators and all of that's the stuff, man. That's where it's at. That's how you survive the learning curve and then thrive later on. Best thing I ever did, I gotta say. So what else we got? Let me see if I can find some other examples for you. AMD is interesting. AMD hitting the top right there again. When it starts hitting itself on the top like that, that's interesting. Set up for a breakout, possibly. If you like breakouts, you might be looking at this. I don't like breakouts, but this could be a good one if you like that. Again, measured moves, guys. I'm serious. Like calculating a measured move is just addition, right? It's just kids can do this stuff. Just draw a line, draw another line the same distance away. That's just that's it. Get some crayons and do it, you know. Apple's interesting too now. Let's see. So what we found Apple did is it came down, found buyers at the level, but seriously, these buyers don't look like they're ready to push it back up and take over the price. If they were going to, it would have gone up seriously by now and come back for a double bottom and probably bounced off the 220 area, but it's making a new low. That means the sellers are still firmly in the game. The buyers are not taking over. This is not a reversal. This is definitely not setting up that way. So if anything, possibly go down or stagnate there, but definitely not bullish. Not the way I like to see it. Harsha, you want to know if I'm calm when I'm trading? Maybe. I don't know. All my trading's recorded, by the way, guys. You can go and have a look at it. in Trading Terminal, in the course that I've got, in module 8 of the course, I've made that module available free for everybody. So you can just go and look at it. And what you'll find in that module is recordings of my live trading sessions every day. Even today's session has been recorded, and I'll post it up as soon as I'm done with this session. And then give me some feedback. Tell me if you think I'm calm or freaking out. How about that? Ash, you want to know about NVIDIA's future. Oh gosh. What the hell do I know about NVIDIA's future? That guy keeps wearing leather jackets and coming out to press conferences and all that stuff. That's if you're talking about day trading, I think it's a mess. Don't touch it. See this? Candles overlapping each other, wicks on both sides all day, basically. This is just, don't touch this. Yeah, don't touch this. This is a disaster. T-Man, Daryl, always calm. Well, thanks. You know, one way to stay calm is, well, pretty much the best way. I think a lot of you guys already know this, but it's to take care of your health. Seriously, just take care of your shit, man. Get yourself sorted out. Nutrition, exercise, good sleep, then at least your health is sorted out, which increases your ability to handle difficult situations. Day trading is difficult, right? So if you can get that stuff sorted out, then you're already in a better place. Exercise increases the oxygen flow to the brain and all that stuff. You know, you guys know all this health stuff. I'm no health coach, but really that's been one of the big catalysts for me in day trading. Just getting healthy, good healthy routine and routine discipline. That's what routine is. It's not motivation, it's discipline. You sort out your life and it'll reflect in your work. I promise you. I can tell you, I had a very hard time when I first started, and then I divorced the wife I had, and then my life got better, and then my trading actually became really to another level. You know, while life was difficult, it reflected in my work, and then I actually got my health back together and doing all that. That was like 3 years ago now or something. So yeah, my first couple of years of trading, yeah, my life was a really complex situation, which it showed in my trading. It was very plain to see. And it was such a simple thing to look back in time now and see, oh, that was the moment where things changed a lot, as in the results and the performance, everything changed. So think of it that way, guys. It really is it's powerful. You want to see Meta, Roy? Meta, so like I was saying earlier, it looks like it wants to do the breakout. It already did of this level. And what I'd like to see for a good move is that it retests the level, right? And once it bounces or rejects this level here, I would like to see I'd like to see it close a very bearish candle, you know, something like this, where the close is right at its own low. And then beyond that, print a new low on a 5-minute chart. That's where I would take an entry. At that point, you're probably at 610 already. You're taking it that short, your stop is up here, and you're writing this down for 607. If it does all that, then yeah, good times. But for now, it's a no entry because, you know, again, if you traded the breakout, okay, but I don't trade breakouts again. I would do the retest if it happens, if it comes true. Yeah. What am I missing? You guys type so fast. I can't even read this fast. What the hell? Best breakout confirmation. Yeah, I'm going to use levels and look for breakouts there if you like breakouts. Levels are simple. Tesla this week? I have no idea. I look at things on a 5-minute chart. I can't tell you what's going to happen this week. Big boy, what you're looking for at levels is you're looking at price action. Very simple. Okay, price action. So over here you can see it broke out. I don't trade breakouts, and good thing not, because this was a false breakout. Went right back in, right? This level, look, it rejected it. It printed a bearish candle. You might want to take a short right on the new low, right over there somewhere. Stop right above, and you trail the price down, perhaps, or you just target that area. Price action. Well, there's always three possibilities of what the price can do when it gets to a level. It can either get stuck there, so it gets stagnated and it's choppy, or it breaks out of there, or it reverses from there. There's only three possibilities. And you need very good indications that gives you the best probability of what is most likely to happen. For me, it's just candlestick patterns. I just use candlestick patterns, and that's all there is. So, Harsha, you like the course on Trading Terminal? Thank you. You like it? Awesome. There you go, guys. See, Harsha in here is a smart one. He bought the course. He likes it. There you go. There's my plug. Tesla's a mess. Don't look at Tesla. What are you looking at Tesla for? Gosh. Melanie, life on a chart. Yeah. It's funny, you're gonna perceive your insides, what you're all about, the way you think, the way you function, whoever you are. When you're perceiving the world around you, you're just reflecting that back out, and that's what you're seeing. Most of life is like that, in my experience. So, how can you perceive the real world around you if you are a wreck inside? You won't be able to see the beauty that's outside. So, sort your shit out. Life has to consolidate before it breaks out. I like that. Absolutely. Oh gosh. Oh man, you guys are typing. I'm gonna go scroll up on this chat. I feel like I've missed quite a lot of comments or questions here. What am I looking at? Ash, you're asking how often I work out. I try not to do it 7 days a week because I like to, but that's not exactly healthy on the body, right? So I have to force myself not to go work out after 2 days in a row, third day, don't go, and I have to find something better to do. But yeah, that's kind of my routine at the moment. It's been that way for, I think, 2 years now, something like that. There you go, guys. There's the link again from the Verbal Traders team. Anything you need, you want to get in touch with me, don't email me, please. Emails are a pain. Message me on X or Instagram or something. It's easier to respond over there. I can just respond quickly to you over there. But my email's there too. And of course, all the courses, the mentorship, all the free stuff, it's all in there. So there you go. There you go. Melanie, you're a gym rat too. We got a few around here. Uh, there you go, Arvind. Good. Glad you like it. Melanie, hikes count as workout? Yeah. That's what I usually do when I'm trying to get myself away from the gym. I'll go do something more active. Ideally, there are waves out there and I go surfing. If not, if there's wind, I'll go windsurf. Otherwise, I'll take the bike and go up the mountain, or a bicycle, mountain bike, and do stuff like that. At least something active. You go out for an hour and hike or bike or surf or something, and yeah, that's activity. That's probably healthy. You keep doing resistance training, you gotta give your body time to recover and do some cardio as well. So, yes, big boy, I like planes. How did you figure that out? Who told you that secret? Hmm? Yeah, there's one right here. I used to be a pilot. That was my previous career. That was my education. So, all right, here we go. Meta doing that big double bottom. This is actually a good setup. See the bottom down here? Second one's higher. Print bullish candle, new high. 613 was the entry. Stop can be below your entry candle if you like, and you're going to push this up to the 620 level area. There you go. Saw one that's working. One setup. Amazon as well, looking for a breakout. Very difficult to read it. Nvidia is probably better. Nvidia, see that? 8 a.m. candle. Resistance, 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 and breakout. Wait for the retest. That's what I would do. But the meta double bottom's pretty good. Again, AMD. Hey guys, 30 minutes ago I was telling you that, right? AMD consolidating here, setting up for a breakout. It's happening. So there you go. When it rains, it pours. Sit here for 45 minutes, nothing to look at, and then suddenly it all happens. Amazon as well. Amazon's trickier. Yeah. Boom. Man, Meta. I should have taken Meta. I like trading Meta. I trade it quite often. I find that I'm able to get monstrous moves on this thing, and I read it decently well. Pretty consistent with that. The entry would have been at about 613 about 2 minutes ago. Anyways, on YouTube, you get a delay, right? You get a lag. So, yeah, there it goes. Now you're getting the pullback on most things. Fun. Yeah, that's it, Melanie. Nature is awesome. Get out there. Just get out. Just get out of the house. That's the first thing. Most people struggle with that. Too much Netflix and popcorn and stuff. I've been guilty of that many times. And one little trick that I do to get myself out of the house, get my ass moving, is I make it fun. So I ride the motorcycle and I get out the house. Do that. At least you enjoy the ride. You're already looking forward to that. By the time you arrive at the gym, you're already pumped. It's like you did your warm up or whatever you're into. So make it fun. Oh, negative 15 degrees in Toronto. Okay, yeah, you gotta do something else. Go snowboard. Get out the house snowboarding. When I lived in Colorado, it was like that up in the mountains, all cold and snow. I snowboard all the time. I love it. I've been snowboarding for years. Do that stuff. Get out. Yeah, off grid. Mr. C, yeah, the setup today on Amazon happened right at the open, and so I traded it. I'm not restricted on when my setups happen. If they happen, I take them, and that's that. And Meta just set up right now. I didn't take it. I guess I was busy chatting. I'm done trading. My mind's not in the right place to trade now anyway. I'm done with the day. But yeah. What else we got here? Google as well, bouncing, but no setup. Okay, Amazon's getting interesting, guys. Take a look at this. Getting to the high of day. High of day break is a strategy that a lot of people like to use. John Hills in our community, he's built a career on it. Very easy. You got to be selective. You got to have certain indicators, but it's at that place now, right? Break high of day, it goes pretty fast. It's a breakout trade. Again, not my style, but yeah, it's right there. The setup's there. Arthur, these are not fib lines. Just stop thinking about fib lines. Everyone thinks about fib lines. These are just measured moves, okay? This is the distance. Put the next line up at the same distance. Next line down, same distance. That's all. Just that's all. Nothing else to it. There you go. Amazon did the break. High of day. Now it's on its way. Cool. Last couple of minutes, guys. Let me know if there's any other questions you'd like me to answer or anything you want to talk about. I wish we had more action in the market, so we could have done a bit more, but oh well, you can't control the markets. What's going on here? Hmm. All right. There we go. Okay. What am I looking at? Wow, Amazon's a ripper. That one wants to go. Out of everything, Amazon has the most strength in it. Hey, you want to see something about measured moves? There you go. Again, look at Apple today. Again, measured move down to there, and it's going the other way. It's not a setup for a trade. I wouldn't take this long. It's not a reversal setup that I like. But again, just showing you the power of levels. And I like to get levels based on measured moves or daily charts, whatever it is. I like levels. I just found an easier way to do them, which is measured moves. So that's all there is. Ellie, you in Meta? Man, you're over trading today. You took what? Nvidia long and short. Now you're doing Meta $10 move. You're doing everything. It's awesome. And Meta moves $10 and without even thinking about it. So let's see. If I was doing this long, I'd probably get the majority at the 616 level, get the majority off. And if it's strong above that breakout retest, I might add it back for the next level up. Probably something like that. There you go. Yeah, Lorenz, it's a pleasure. Pleasure to come out here and have a chat. Yeah, talk to you guys. And again, it's a blast. This whole community is a blast. BBT, we have the whole thing. We meet up online every day doing this and really supporting each other and learning and growing. And then when we have an opportunity to meet in person, it's outstanding. It's incredible. Again, like I told you guys last time, I don't miss anything, any of these events. It's become basically a priority for me. I put other things aside, and it's all about day trading. It's about BBT. It's about mentorship. It's about community, and really fantastic friends and family that I've found through this whole environment. So come and hang out, guys. Seriously, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot. Eric, yes, I still pay capital gains tax. I'm an American, right? So you pay whatever income you make all over the world. That's the US law. Oh, Meta. Gosh, I wish I took Meta. I'm just like a FOMO right now. Uh, But when you know you're not fit to trade or you're done, you can't go just chasing stuff around. It's gonna hurt. There you go. Yes, all right. There's the cue, guys. So, time to basically end this session. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. You guys are so active with questions. You know what? I'm gonna bring my eyeglasses next time. I can read better, read faster, and answer you guys faster. So we can get through more stuff. But anyways, this was fun. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Take it easy. Come see us in BBT and in Vancouver. Always a blast. It'd be great to meet everyone in person. Take it easy, and I'll talk to you soon, guys. See us. Yeah, get the profits on Meta. There it is at the level. Go.